Today's guest is an award-winning country musician and songwriter. He's out of North Carolina and has gone on to become one of the biggest names in entertainment. He has a new album, Fathers and Sons, which is coming out just before Father's Day. And I'm thankful to sit with him today. My new friend, Mr. Luke Combs.
Shine that light on me. I'll sit and tell you my stories. Shine on me, and I will find a song I will sing it. I'm on stage.
And that's galvanized, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It is. Yeah. You can really hear the nails go across it. That's how you know it's got rivets inside of it, you know, to make it sound so good.
That's like redneck ASMR. It's like, you know, there's just some dude who woke up in his trailer and he's trying to quietly eat the leftovers without his wife hearing him.
Dude, hold on. There is a guy, dude, and don't ask me how this comes across my feed. But it's like day 600 of me spraying dog medicine on my hands till I can strike a match off my knuckles. And I'm like, why do I care so much about this guy striking a match off his knuckles? But dude, and at the end of every video, dude, it's him. And at the beginning, he'll go, now there's a sensory nightmare at the end of this video. And it's him going, and it's like his sandpaper ass hands like going in the mic, dude. And it's worth it. Here it is, dude. We've got it up. Here it is, dude.
Oh, we got one, huh?
Dog medicine on my hands in order to make the skin on my hands tougher. Don't forget to like, share.
Wow, he's good at it.
The dog medicine flowing like champagne. I went to the doctor today and asked him about tough foot.
Dude, he's sanding the wood with his hands, dude.
Oh, wow.
My guy is for real,
He's
dude.
real. He's an instrument of the Lord, brother.
Here's my question is, what's the end thing? Like, what happens at the end? Like, how is there here it is, dude, dog medicine.
Oh, wow.
Now, what is the dog medicine? What do you think the real function of that medicine is? Here it is. Can we get some audio on this guy's hands?
Yeah, jack
dude?
us in, brother.
Jack us into some of this guy's hands.
Oh, wow. So this is a gentleman. You can't see him at home, guys. This is sort of a Rubenesque gentleman who is making his hands rougher, and then
the sound is heinous. It really is, dude.
And then he just rubs them
He
together.
just rubs them together, dude. Yeah.
Dude, he will probably be the president in 2 terms.
Here he is. He's trying to strike a match, dude.
And here he is striking a match on his knuckles.
Now he can strike a match on his feet, which is a feat in and of itself. No pun intended.
Yeah. That's
But
a start, Luke.
it's wild. Dude.
God.
Yeah.
We had a guy one night that came to a show, and he's like, hey, man, me and my cousin, we love you, and look at him. And he goes, he's missing 70% of his skull, right? And the dude had a cool thing, though, where if he, like, put his finger in his mouth and went, then the other part of his head would kind of show up, dude.
That happened.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, oh my
Pikeville, Kentucky,
Dude, that
brother.
is wild, dude.
You don't need all your skull to party
Dude,
over there.
that is wild, dude. Dude, people are fascinating, dude.
Oh, we had a guy. We used to have a really great, I want to say homeless guy, but a guy who was just kind of hadn't been home probably in a decent amount of time.
Unhoused.
Yeah, I would say
I
unhoused.
think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and he could. Yeah, and he. But when he smiled, he had a couple of his teeth in his hand. I guess they'd fallen out or something. And when he'd smile, he would still make the shape, and he would show you the teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like.
So he just had him. He just keeps. That was kind of his party trick.
Yeah.
His help me out. Yeah. Do you think he's like need money for veneers?
Ooh, I don't know. Now
And then
that's
he's
the
like,
thing.
Here's the teeth that I need.
Yeah. Hey, look, just for proof.
Just
guys.
for proof.
Yeah.
I'm actually missing these teeth.
Just check my work here. Yeah, people are just interested. I mean, dude, even like the places you'll stay, like I stayed at a place the other night. Like sometimes we'll stay at some pretty nice spots, and sometimes, it's just
like an outdoor. When the doors are on the outside,
Yeah.
you know that you've arrived at a certain level of establishment.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's nowhere to go but down from that. That's the top level of that.
Yes, when there's
thing.
doors inside.
And then as the doors get more and more open.
Yeah.
We checked in one. This had to be 6 years ago. And it's like, we played a show somewhere, Columbia, South Carolina. And then we had a show in the Outer Banks the next day. And this is like van and trailer, no manager. It's just me and the band. Like, I'm trying to check into the rooms and stuff. So we drove from Columbia. We were supposed to play a tailgate at Clemson the next morning. So we're trying to like get that in, make an extra like $800, me and my guitar player, and then get in the van and go play our show. So we drive from Columbia to Clemson, a couple hours. The show's over at like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
So then we get to the damn hotel. It's, 2 in the morning. Check in all the rooms. I get all the band guys in the rooms, and it's one of these doors on the outside. And I go to my door. Door's open, dude. It's already open. It's already cracked a little bit.
This door's already talking shit.
And the lights are on in the room, and I'm like, man, this is probably good. So pop in that room, dude, and it looked like the cicadas came out of the room.
Really?
It wasn't cicadas. It was every bug known to man.
Oh, yeah.
Because the doors are on the outside. It's been open since checkout, which is at least 12 hours, dude. With all the lights in the room on, go to the desk, and I'm like, hey, I'm an easy guy.
Yeah, I hate to complain,
but I can't sleep in a room full of bugs. And they were like, ooh, we don't have any other rooms. That's the last room.
But there's nobody in the parking lot.
No, there's nobody there. Well, it's more of a extended type
Oh, I see what you're saying.
stay, I would imagine.
Yeah, if they have a blender in there, that's extended stay.
When
basically.
there's anything to cook with, you've reached another level. Yeah, another level of hotel.
Yeah, some hotels, one time I remember I called down to the front desk. I was like, hey, do you guys have internet? And the guy's like, let me check. And I'm like, check on me. Like,
Let me see. Hold on. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you.
But then I hear him
He's actually
looking
clicking
it up on the computer.
Google. He goes to Google. Do we have internet? Google search.
Dude, one time we stopped in Lexington and I went in to check in, and it was kind of during the pandemic. So people were kind of on their wits' end here and there.
Sure.
And you'd see people wearing neck braces for no reason, all type of stuff. People didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, assorted medical devices.
Yeah,
right.
That was very assorted medical. And this dude, I go in there, and it took him forever, bro, to just find out there's a room. And I was like, is there anything I can do to expedite this? And he's like, I'm sorry, sir. And then he goes, I used to be in a wheelchair. And I was like,
He used to be.
Well, that's the thing. It's
so
like,
he's not currently in it.
No, and it wasn't like I was just out of a wheelchair, like work with me here. It was just like throwing something from the past, I think. Yeah.
I had a broken arm at one time.
Yeah,
It's not currently broken, but it was.
Yeah,
broken.
excuse me.
Did he give you any kind of... So he's making an excuse for just you trying to hurry him up.
There's no reason to hurry things here.
He's like, hey, man, give me a fucking break.
Yeah,
dude.
I used to
be in a wheelchair.
I used to be in a wheelchair. I was like, I used to be in the 5th grade. Right? Like, we can't
It doesn't really matter that you used to be.
Yeah, and keep the chair on. If you still are in a wheel, like if I see somebody in a wheelchair, I'm gonna be like, what can I, I'm gonna work with you here. I'll even, I'll even take a ride with you or whatever. But like, if there's somebody who's like, I used to be, or but anyway. Nice to see you, man.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
We
fired right into the dog medicine hands guy fast, dude.
Dude, yeah, that's some of that though. Stay in different places. I mean, it gets easier to rough it when you're younger,
dude, for sure. Well, once you haven't not roughed it,
right?
Like when roughing it is the only experience, which was that's what it was. Forever, dude. I mean, in the van, the 15-passenger van, it's like...
Oh, you had that long boy, huh?
Man. Because but when we had back rows out and it's all the gear.
Oh, yeah.
So it's less than 15 seats. Dude,
yeah.
But there's like 6 guys in there, all these amps, guitars. Like, it was a mess, dude. It was truly a mess.
Yeah.
I feel bad for some people now, though. Like, I think of, like, let's say you're a new artist and... let's say you have a song that blows up on the internet or whatever, and then you're just thrust into like this really like official version of yourself, even if you're maybe not like ready for that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Even if you just have one or two songs, like you can have something blow up so hard online
And that you have to get a label and all this stuff. And it's not that's sick, dude. I'm glad that people have the capability to achieve that for themselves now. Cause that was something that wasn't really achievable up until like maybe 7 or 8 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
But you miss so much of like all those good memories from like the road and like when it sucked and like playing bars and nobody's there and all my like favorite stories, man, from like my music career. A lot of them are from that time.
Yeah.
Like from the like unofficial days, you know what I mean? Like there's no like an unofficial biography, dude. You know what I mean? It's like those are the days, but I feel like people are missing that a little bit.
Yeah.
Like if you just go right on the tour bus, dude, like there's no strife. Like that's all you know.
It's a good point. It's kind of like catch one hit or one like melody that really like catches fire on social media, and then you can be opening up for someone.
For sure. And then you go, that's your first experience being on the road is I'm in a bus and I play in arenas. Which, dude, that would be super
Right, it's
sick.
amazing, but still, it could set you up for some reality.
Right. What happens when you start way up here, and not that that's all the way at the top, but if you kick past people that have been doing it for 10 years, and then all of a sudden because like in country, there's a lot of these like guitar pools and stuff where you like let's say there's 3 or 4 of us up here. We're all new artists. We're all playing for this radio station thing or whatever. It's like, let's say one of those guys makes it to the thing.
Right.
Well, let me just paint an example of what could happen. You're a new guy or gal, and you have a song that blows up, and that's sick, dude. I'm pumped for anybody that happens to. But all of a sudden, you're at the same level of, let's say, in the vacuum of this story, the new artist that you're up there with is Chris Stapleton.
Right.
And then you're sitting up there, you maybe have never met anybody you're playing with, and they're like, all right, man, this Chris guy's going to go first, and then you'll play a song after him, dude. Wow. And he fires into just the most singing-ass, guitar-playing-ass thing you've ever heard. The guy's played 1,000 shows, dude. God. And you're up there going, I got to play after this guy. And I have to do it 5 more times in front of all these people. Yeah. And he's going to just blow the doors off. It's like you've entered your Honda Civic that won a race in your neighborhood against the guy driving a NASCAR. Yeah. It's like, it's so hard to compete against that.
Yeah, like, dude. Oh, no doubt. And your song has a dance that goes with it. So
and it's acoustic. So the version where the dance is cool is not even the one you get to play at this thing. Because it's just you and like some guy that plays guitar you met at a coffee shop, you know?
But do you think, though, it could be a sign of like the way that things will be? I remember when like, because I remember when vloggers came out, right?
Yep.
And there were people vlogging. I didn't even know what was going on, and there was like
people were trashing it.
Yeah, people would trash it for sure. But those guys would sell out. The vloggers would sell out comedy clubs like around the country. Like people would come and they would do kind of Q&A with their fans and so that kind of came out of nowhere. And then I just wonder like if the future is more
instant,
right?
Like instant success,
right? And no judgment of it.
No, dude.
But just
it's just the sign of the times. I think just from maybe in 30 years or whatever, that's just like you're saying. That's the only way it happens.
Right. That's what I'm wondering. I wonder if things just evolve where that's the only way.
But eventually, like that thing will be monopolized by somebody. Like somebody will figure that out. It's probably already happening in some ways. Either I don't know who the powers that be, whatever you want to call it. We'll figure out some way to make this thing. Okay, here's the formula for how you do this and how you break this thing. It's probably already happening a lot, to be honest. And here's how we do. We got a new guy. He's looks fucking really cool. So here's this cool song, and then go sing this cool song, and that's cool. Yeah. And then they're like, great. And that guy's already signed his deal. Yeah. But everybody thinks, what's the thing that the conspiracy theories? Oh, that guy's an industry plant.
Oh yeah, that's
like that's not really a thing. I don't think, dude. Like I don't think that's a thing.
Especially in like if you're like gonna look at like real country culture, like and
industry plant, dude.
People would notice anybody that can button their shirt up correctly the first time.
Yeah, they'd be like, this guy's going to be something, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, in our neighborhood, if somebody had gasoline, people they're like, look at this narc.
They're like, look at this guy with his car over here, dude. You know
it's like,
I mean?
you're working for the cops. That was the biggest thing when I was growing up, was always accusing people of being narcs, dude. Somebody would get a new pair of shoes and be like,
dude.
Ronnie's a fucking narc.
Look at him, dude. He's working with the man, dude. He's obviously an informant, dude. This guy.
Yeah, dude.
But though, man, it's definitely going to be. But then it's like, I always wonder, where does it progress from there? Like, where do you, like, when that's the new thing, what's the next new thing? There'll always be another, like, version of, like, what's the way to, your path to, like, achieving your music dreams or your comedy dreams or whatever it may be. Like, the path is ever evolving.
Yeah.
Like, I think really the first guy that in country music that used social media to his advantage was like Kane Brown and like probably me.
Yeah.
Like the first guys that like came to Nashville, we had kind of our own fans going on. Like the internet helped us get fans. And then we came to town. It was like, well, these guys already got stuff going on. So I'm in no way like shaming anybody that does that, because I was the first, one of the first guys that like, and I didn't even know I was doing it, dude. Like I wasn't. Now people are probably smart enough to like, they're doing that because they're smart. I was just doing it because I was like, oh, well, this will kind of, like I was like, you know what I'm going to do is get all these followers and sell them my songs.
Right.
Like there was never that.
Well, you started on Vine, right? You started, was that the social media platform? Yeah. And that's the thing too. It's like, you don't know where the next social media platform is going to come.
Right.
This is a crazy thing. And there's a lot of artists out there who are like, man, maybe I don't find my way with this social media platform. Right. But there could be one about to be invented that's going to be the one that fits you.
There's always something, because what does it start with? It starts with MySpace.
Right. MySpace.
Facebook. Instagram.
Dude, remember they also had like Friendster? They had some other weird things that...
No, TikTok, wasn't it musically?
It was before?
And it was only where people would like lip sync to songs. That was the only thing. And I remember seeing it and I was like, man, this is a weird platform. And they rebranded and it was the hugest thing ever.
Oh, wait, was that where people would do duets together?
Yeah.
No way.
That was TikTok. That was the original version of TikTok, was that thing.
I had like a secret account there, like a Finsta account or whatever, and I would go and do these duets with these Japanese people. It's a lot of Asian singers on there, and there was always duets. But you could duet any time of the day with people from around the world.
Yep.
I mean, that's invaluable.
Yeah, musical.ly, Musically.
Oh, that's a horrible name.
So they merged. So TikTok was another, I guess, its own company.
Yeah,
they kept the name.
When you have a B flat or whatever that is in your word of your name, dude, I'm out.
Yeah. Not great marketing there, dude. You know?
Oh, I didn't know that's who that was, though.
Yep. Because I remember when it came, I was like, man, this is like brutal, dude. This is not going to be. But they figured something out, dude.
For anybody who had the app already Musically, it just became TikTok. Like, I remember it was an old app on my phone.
He had it, dude. He was ripping, dude.
Yes, dude.
You were ripping duets, dude. Pull up some of your duets on
this
Musically,
guy's been
dude.
vaping all day.
Let's get those, dude. Let's get those going.
Let's
dude.
be honest.
Old popcorn lung in there, dude. He's
dude. Well, now, is it hard to make more? Is it hard, like, once you've been real fortunate and had a great career, right?
Oh my gosh, the luckiest dude ever. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean like that. I
feel that way, dude.
Anybody who gets, it's like you get, obviously there's a lot of good fortune is going your way.
But I've thought this a million times. I thought before my last record come out, before the one before that came out, I'm like, dude, this is as like the best I'll ever be, dude. And like everything I do from here out is just going to be bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know why, like it's human nature to some extent. Maybe
I think that seems normal.
Like, because then, like, when I put my last record out and then the fast car thing happened, like, that was so unexpected. Yeah. Like, it was never in a million years that I think, what will be the biggest song of your whole career? Definitely wouldn't have cover a fast car would not have been on the list.
Yeah.
Not because I didn't love that song, but, like, I really recorded it on kind of a whim because we had some extra time in the studio.
Yeah.
And so sometimes those decisions can be the best decisions, you know, but I do think, I'm like, man, well, you know, I mean, I'm sitting here right now, and I could tell you that today I've at some point mulled over what happens next, or what's my next thing, and God's like, nobody cares, dude, and if I don't do this thing, then nobody's gonna listen, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna be playing for 120,000 people this weekend, and I'm still going, well, nobody cares, dude. Nobody wants to do any see me or anything, and it's just like I have to like remind myself all the time of like, if I try to have this conversation with myself, is if I had the thought processes that I go over with myself in my head now, if I had them with myself 10 years ago, what would myself 10 years ago say? Because this will be my 10th year in Nashville in September.
I see.
And so I go, man, well, nobody cares if I post this Instagram story and it only 150,000 people liked it, which is insane. And it's an insane thought process.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of folks.
But it's like, that's what I think to myself today. And I base like, well, did this post, did it do good? And I'm like.
And if you feel like it wasn't, then suddenly
dude,
you're
10 years
you're not
ago,
good.
150,000 people had never even heard of me before, ever, dude. And like never, ever. So, and then again, I'm like, also I got 2 little kids at home, and like my oldest son isn't even 2 yet.
Oh, so he definitely is probably still eating for free over there.
Oh,
huh?
yeah, he's not pulling his weight at all. Dude, it's brutal. You know, the guy's got to get to work, you know? I mean, it's time. Dude.
They should have.
Time.
I know how there's a lot of playpens for children, but how about a work pen? You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
We don't need a lot of work
But
in
it could
there,
just
but
be like things that could be considered play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like hit this nail into this thing.
right. Yes.
But how do we get like chainmail gloves on so that they don't hurt themselves? You know, like a chainmail mittens for your child.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
you can have a Game of Thrones Halloween costume one day.
Absolutely.
How do we get chainmail on these children?
Chainmail children, dude. Dibs on that band name, by the way.
bro, that's a good
Chainmail
name.
children is sick, dude.
Chainmail children is a good name.
Something on that like post punk
Chainmail children.
chainmail children. That's what I'm going to see tonight. Basement East. Chainmail children, dude.
Are they playing tonight?
They're playing tonight. Chainmail children, yeah.
Oh damn, dude! I heard about them. Where'd I hear about them?
Come to the show. You heard about it on this past weekend.
Oh,
Theo
really?
on. And and myself.
Was that it?
Yeah.
I don't know if that was it.
That was the first reference to their career.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was. Yeah.
Dude, I remember I went to Marilyn Manson was the first show that I ever went to.
What was that like?
It was scary, dude.
How old were you?
I was 16. They played in a bar.
Oh man.
Maybe I was 15 or 16 around there.
You say they like
The band, or like.
is there a band? Is it like
Is Marilyn Manson?
is it just him? Like
No, he has.
there's a band and stuff. Like I've never seen the
point.
show.
Yeah.
So
That's
is
a good
it
point.
like-
Is there a band? Yeah, like you can't really think of like somebody being behind that guy with a trumpet. You know?
Right? Like a march, like a drum line.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
Interesting.
Who'd they have? They had Twiggy Ramirez. They I don't know who's still in it.
Oh, so this is like there's kind of a persona to the band as well then, huh?
Oh yeah, the whole band was I think semi-deceased or whatever is what they were going for.
Semi-deceased, another great band name. By the way, we got to trademark all these, dude. Semi-deceased opening for Chainmail Children.
Oh, that happens. That happens, dude. And there's mosh pit training if you show up a half hour early, bro. That was the best place.
Safety training.
Yeah,
dude. How to stay safe in the mosh pit.
Dude, my buddy used to referee mosh pits, and they would give him like $50 a night or something.
Wait, so is there penalties? Like, is there laundry on the field, dude? Like, is he like, beep, beep, beep? Well, hold on, dude. You hit that guy improper, dude. Improper hit, dude. Is it like a bouncer situation?
No, I think,
He's just like, he was the guy that's like, but it wasn't like, don't hurt this guy. He was like, just don't call on the stage.
No, he was
Stay away from the stage.
No, he was like, once the mosh pit got going, he would kind of cruise in and out of it, kind of like keeping things cool, whistle, sometimes a little flashlight.
It'd be sick to have a guy in there that's just like, you get a couple like lesser known UFC guys and you just kind of put them in the crowd and you're like, dude, just wreck people in there. You know what I'm like? If some guy's out of hand, just flatline this dude right in front of everybody. Everyone's like, man, we should chill a little bit, you know?
Yes, just become your own policeman. Yeah, this is it.
Okay.
that guy didn't like some of the other guy's behavior.
So that guy was, in theory, what your friend was, what I just said.
Yep.
You go in and just jaw a guy and make an example out of somebody. I love that, dude. What a gig, dude. $50? That seems underpaid for that gig a little bit, dude.
I think, yeah, they might have been some fiscal discrepancies over there. Dude. You know, I've had some bad habits. And I've tried to kick them, and sometimes I'll go a few weeks and I'm doing well, and sometimes I have a setback. You know, and it's true that 73% of Americans have a bad habit or behavior that they find unhealthy. Well, fortunately, there is Fume. That's right. Fume works through a passive diffusion system that uses no electronics, vapor, or combustion, just natural oils. So you can use it outdoors and indoors as well. I like my Fume. It kind of occupies my mind, occupies my time, helps me get over cravings. It's really good if you're a nervous fidgeter because it comes with a calming anxiety magnet sort of contraption that just takes your mind off of things for a second. It looks pretty awesome too. It's kind of timeless looking, kind of old and new. It's free of toxins. It's totally safe. It has no nicotine in it. That's right. Fume is not a vape. No vapor. You can use it anywhere. No nicotine. It's not addictive. Non-toxic flavors. It's a guilt-free alternative. It's its own thing. And it's given me the best chance at battling my bad habits. So to start your journey with the good habit and get a free gift with your journey pack, which includes a Fume device, 3 core flavors of your choice, and a cleaning kit, go to tryfume. That's tryfum.com and use code Theo. Say goodbye to your bad habit today. It's hotter than Hades out there, guys. That's right, summertime. And when it's summer, the sun is just slurping right off of you, getting you all dehydrated, bubby. Well, there's a cure. With all the drinks out there, you're going to want hydration that works. 1 stick of Liquid IV delivers super hydration to water alone with 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, plus 8 vitamins and nutrients. What's really interesting, I find when I use Liquid IV is just the water I mix it in, it feels like it's almost from another planet. It just feels damn quenchy, baby. It feels quenchy. Usually I'll get me a packet of Liquid IV, get me a water. Could just be a bottle or could be a cup, a big cup, wide one. And I put it in there and I get that spoon going, baby. And I slurp it down and I feel good. Turn your ordinary water into extraordinary hydration with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code Theo at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code Theo at liquidiv.com. If you've never tried it, you will like it. What was I even going to ask you? I don't even know if I've even asked you anything. Fathers and Sons, your new album is coming up.
Yeah.
Right?
It's wild. Yeah. It's like, it's crazy to like, it's like for the sake of what it is, like not having really talked about it at all, really.
Is it, when you put out a new album, how tough is it to like, because like what your fans like, kind of, or people that come to see you, have a general idea.
For sure.
And then, is it spooky to like try and change that, but also evolve for yourself? And then like, who am I even becoming? Like that sort of thing? Yeah, man. And
I think about that a lot, going back to when we were talking a little bit ago, like, what do you think about yourself or your career? What's next? And I've always said this to myself was like, I want to like grow up with my fan base. Like, somebody that listened to me, that's been a fan of me, well, maybe it's been 10 years, dude. I mean, I'm 34. So when I was 24, I just moved to Nashville. I did have some fans, not a lot, but some. And I meet people that are like, dude, I was a fan, been a fan since the Vine days, dude. I still meet people that say that. And so if you were a fan of mine then, let's say even if you were 18, so you were 6 years younger than me, well, now you're not 18 anymore. Like you're
28.
You could be 28, you could
30.
be married with kids, whatever it is, like, and there's a huge part of me that I worry, like, well, will I age myself out? Like, does anybody even want to hear songs about being a dad or whatever? And it's like, I hope so, but like, I don't want to, I feel like I could go get with, I'm not the world's best writer, but I'm lucky to be friends with a lot of guys that are, I feel like. And so I could go get in a room with them and write, something like Beer Never Broke My Heart, or, When It Rains It Pours. Like, I could try to recreate that time and time again. And sometimes I want to do that because selfishly I'm like, well, that would make me this, or that would give me another big song or whatever. But it's like, I've just been, like I said, I've got 2 boys that are under 2 years old, man. So like my life is dominated by the thoughts of like being there for them. And like, I want to be their dad first.
Yeah.
And so I had to like write this. I had to do this project because it's the only thing that's been on my mind. Like when I go get in the writing room and someone's like, man, let's write something fun, dude, and this up-tempo thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's hard to like get in that mindset because all the things I'm doing is like, dude, like grilling dogs and like, like playing in the
Tickling
kiddie pool,
kids
dude.
or whatever,
right.
yeah.
Like, but it's hard to like get in that, like the mindset of like,
Yeah, you can't have tickle that kiddo and have it be, have
Chainmail Children. That's one of their songs.
have a
dude.
good
Yeah.
look, yeah. And this is going to turn into a fundraiser for kids who have been abused, maybe. But it's funny that you say some of that because I sat one day I was sitting with this guy that owns a management company for comedians. They own probably the biggest management company, and he was saying, "Well, you want to grow up with your fan base." You
have
want
to.
because they're going to evolve, and if you just stay like this, like not stay, but if you're kind of they
If you fail to evolve, then
right, it could be you're not going to.
it can become stale.
Yeah,
It's like it just becomes, okay, man. Well, except for the one guy that's eating 10,000 Big Macs or whatever it is, you can't eat at every meal, dude. I mean, not that they're not good.
Yeah,
But you want a little something like the menu's got to expand a little bit.
Yeah.
And not that you can't come back to the classics at some point.
Oh yeah, my mother would always get a McFish. I remember,
McFish, dude.
and it always
Is that the pre-fillet of fish?
the second she ordered it, I was like, I don't even know her anymore.
McFish, dude.
Isn't that crazy? I didn't know they had it. She did it to kind of be like,
She was evolving with her fan base, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like,
she was. We were learning new
yeah,
stuff.
you're
from her.
learning new flavor of the week, dude. He's a McFish guy. You know what I mean?
But she would like get us to be quiet, and then she would order the McFish, and I would be like, nobody cares if we're loud while you order it. It's not going to make us any not poor. It's not going to make us.
The people at the window will think we have class if you guys aren't screaming while I order this McFish. You know what I mean?
That right there,
Yeah.
Luke, that is exactly who my mother is. That is exactly who she is. I've never been able to put it in words.
You damn kids, shut the hell up. Let me order this McFish right now. And it's like,
Yes.
little Theodore will have he'll have a junior children's meal. Yeah.
And I'll have. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she would get everybody out.
He's definitely not a shit ass who stole a bike last week, for sure.
And I'll have a McFish. Yeah, she was
Like that was the classy. They're like, now is that wild caught or is it farm raised? I'll take the blackened McFish.
I'll
actually.
have, yeah, dude, blackened. Oh, it was such a tragedy.
Oh, it's wild caught, dude. It says.
Is it really?
No chance, dude, that it's wild
It
caught.
does. Hold on.
There is no chance, dude.
Well, Luke, now give them their chance. Okay?
Dude.
Look, Luke, this is probably legitimate information. They have a JPEG with it. Our fish sandwich recipe features a crispy fish fillet patty. That's the interest. Fillet patty is a weird term.
Filet patty, complete contradiction, dude, right there. That's like saying, dude, this ribeye steak, that's now a hamburger, though.
Yeah.
But it was a ribeye steak at one point.
Yeah, this filet McNugget is really up to no good.
Yeah.
It says wild caught Alaskan pollock on melty American cheese and is topped with creamy McDonald's tartar sauce. Wow.
Next guest for the show needs to be a guy that works on the McDonald's fishing vessel.
Yes.
Because we need a little bit of
The McCaptain.
the McSkipper, dude.
Yeah, we need the
McSkipper,
McSkipper.
dude.
Dude, we should get to the bottom of
Is it really
fish.
like? Can we find the guy that caught my fillet of fish, dude? My McFish. Is he? He's out there, dude. He's
gotta
out
be.
there. He's in Alaska right now, dude.
I don't know if he's in
The
Alaska.
salty dog, dude, that caught that McFish, dude, is out there, man.
I don't know if I believe that the guy's ever been to Alaska.
Wild
part.
caught, dude. Wild caught, though.
That's the part I'm not sure of. I don't even know what we've talked about so far. But it's about father and son. I know you have some new children, right?
Yep.
And I know your family moved here. I remember hearing you talk before
my
on Joe
parents.
Rogan that your family had moved to
my parents moved
Nashville.
to town.
Yeah.
And
How's
that's-
that been?
It's been awesome. I mean, it's been an adjustment for them. You know, I mean, most of my life lived in Asheville, North Carolina. So
Oh, it's fun over there. Orange Peel. We played over there before.
I love the Orange Peel, man.
It's a great place. That whole town is just, and also the hillside, you could like just roll off of a building and end up in a damn different county almost.
Yeah, you could, dude. And but it was an adjustment period for, especially my dad. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, all his buddies live there. And, you know, but I remember a buddy of mine telling me, you know, I think it's just, you know, it's the like this whole dad's project is just all these different thought processes that happen with, you know, the way my dad sees things and the way that I see things now and the way I see things, maybe what was his perspective when he was doing this with me, or, you know, what are my kids going to think about me, or how am I going to be remembered by them? And I remember a friend of mine who wrote on this project with me, he was telling me, it was his dad's 70th birthday recently, and he called his dad, and he was like, well, you know, old man, how's it feel? You know, and he said, well, ain't no way around it, pal. This is the 9th inning. And I just remember being like, God, like, what a thought. Like, what a, like.
Damn.
And it was just like, I remember, like, I've never forgot that quote, and because, you know, I think that a lot of the you know, the struggles that, you know, my dad had coming here, or it was a combination of like, okay, well, he's moving on from, you know, they lived in Nashville for 25 some years, dude, in the same house.
Yeah.
And like raised me there, and all these memories that are left behind and friends that are left behind, and everything that, you know, has changed. And then also coming to terms with the fact that you yourself are aging, and kind of like maybe that fear of what's next, or, you know, how long do you have? Like, I can't imagine what that process is like, but that quote stuck with me.
Did your relationship with your dad change after you had boys? You have 2 boys?
I have 2 boys. Yeah. And yeah, man, it became, you know, I had a lot more understanding and grace for, you know, decisions that he made, or, you know, things that maybe I did that I didn't understand. Well, why is he upset about this thing? Or why would this make him upset? Like,
right.
You know, and I've had friends in the last couple of years that have lost their dads, and watching them go through that. And it's just this constant theme of like, that's where we are in life. Like, we're at this weird, like, kind of turnover point where like people begin to lose their parents, and then soon you will be the oldest man in your family.
Yeah, dude.
Which is a scary thought, even though I'm only 34, but like, you're like, okay, well, if I'm 40, am I like, I'm the oldest generation of maybe man that my children will know?
Yeah, hopefully,
it's a weird
probably.
thought. It's a weird thought. You know, it's just like, it's a strange.
Oh yeah,
it's a strange time for sure, in a good way. But it's just.
Yeah, there's so many little phases you go through. Like you know, you could be a son, a brother, an uncle, a dad, a grandpa. You know, there's all like these little roles and stuff that you have. And yeah, getting older, like. Almost all my friends have children except me. I was like, I got to get some damn children. But you can't just be yelling that off your back porch, you know?
Yeah.
So you got to actually have a game plan, too, and get a spouse.
That would be a good strategy for sure, I think. That'd be a good start for sure, you know? It'd be a good start. Good jumping off point, I think, you know?
What were some of the songs? I listened to Front Door Famous. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love that.
That one made me really like feel something, you know?
Yeah, I love the whole thing, man. It turned out I cut the record live, so it was just Like we just cut it on the floor, like me, 2 different sessions. One evening we cut 5 songs, the other evening we cut 7.
And so when you say cut it live, like what does that term mean?
So like we would just like, well, let's say we're in a room like this and it's almost set up like a show in the studio, and then they just hit record and play the whole thing down, and like that's what you're hearing. You know, we did that twice for each song, and then they went, okay, well, this one's better than the other one, so that's the one we're using.
That's
so
it.
it's just, there's no, like when we normally make a record, you know, it's not, it's more of a timed. So like I think, you'd have to fact check me on this, but like I don't think in some ways that Stapleton gets the credit he deserves, because he records all of his records like that.
Wow.
And it's so hard to do that, dude. Like you have to be, the artist has to be so dialed in. Obviously the musicians are unbelievable anyways. Like those
So that's
guys
just
are-
one take. That's it.
Yeah. Or and if you mess up, it's like, well, we got to do another take now. It's not like
Right,
there's
but-
no stopping and starting.
There's no mixing and matching.
There's no mixing and matching.
Dang.
It's all just top to bottom, like, you know, and I would do every record if I could like that. I enjoyed that process so much because like the stakes feel high, you know?
Right. Feels
'Cause
like
you're
this means something.
Like, hey man, like I gotta like bring something to this take, dude. Like it's not another sing this line 6 times and then if you
Package it together.
right, so it separates in a lot of dude. And I'm not. I mean, with the Stapletons of the world, like it separates the you know the strong from the weak. Like if every record had to be recorded like that, a lot of your favorite artists would not be recorded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it takes such a level of talent, and I'm not saying that I have that. I don't want to sound like that, but when you
No,
look
but
at the
that's a
Chris's
real-
of the world and the other people that do that, and I mean the studio musicians deserve so much credit, dude. I mean those guys are wicked, dude. I mean it is unreal how good those guys are, man.
Oh, yeah.
Such underappreciated part.
I
of
never
the
been a
business.
studio musician, but it looks insanely hard.
It's
and,
it's really
and it's a lot of the
hard, dude.
best people in the world, really.
I would say, a lot of the best musicians in the world live in Nashville. I mean, without a doubt, and not just country singers. We're talking bass players, guitar players, drummers, and it's like a lot of them are guys that unless you live in that super niche community, like you've never heard of.
Yeah.
Like, some of the best drummers in the world, you've never heard of them, but they play on every record that you've ever listened to.
I know, it's kind of wild, huh?
You know?
It's really kind of wild, the limitedness that we usually know about, like the people on stage a lot of times.
Yeah, like the behind the scenes guys, dude. And even like my guys in my band, like they're not even the guys playing on the records, dude.
What?
Shoot.
Oh, because you use a different group
The
to.
session players are a whole different thing than the studio guys.
No
Not that those guys
way.
couldn't be both if they
Right.
chose to, but most of the best session players are just session players.
Ah.
I mean, they go. And dude, I'm talking. You would just blow your mind. Like your favorite drummer's favorite drummer is a session player.
Right.
Your favorite bass player's favorite bass player is a session player. Like, and those guys are just underthought of. Like, if you go looked at the credits of any country album for the last 10 years, like who's playing fiddle or who's playing dobro, it's the same 3-4 cats. Any instrument, I mean, there's 3-4 guys of any instrument that's like, that's the guy you call or that's the girl you call
They were just probably year round doing it, huh?
every day. They're doing it every day.
God.
I mean, and
God, we should have gotten into a different trade.
those guys are, they're wild, man.
That's what I'm thinking
They're
about.
so good, dude.
Yeah, so I guess being like a parent, it's like you get to see like where all your parents, like just things that they didn't do or that they couldn't do. It makes a lot more sense. Parenting.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things where you go, you know, you think when you're a kid, right, or my mom or my dad did this thing, and I would never do that. You know,
Right.
I wouldn't ever do that to my kids or whatever. And, you know, sometimes those things end up being like, yeah, man, I still would never do that. And sometimes you go, oh, now I get
Why we had to do that.
why they did that thing. It makes a lot of sense now. Like it, to me, it unlocks this, at least for me, it did, you know, it unlocks some part of your brain that's inaccessible in some ways. Like once the kid that's happened, dude, it's this whole new level of like caring about something or loving something that's like, you know, it's not the same way you love your wife or your husband or whoever you love. It's a different kind of thing.
And you were shocked it was that new, huh?
Yes, dude. It was just like, you know, because you
It
hear
was like a whole new chord or something.
yeah, like all those cliches, dude. You hear
Yeah.
about, well, you just wait to how fast it goes, and you know, you're gonna find out. Like all that cheesy shit.
Yeah,
is
when it
so
rains,
true.
it pours.
Right,
Yeah.
it's all true, dude. Like all that stuff makes so much sense. Like when and all
Yeah.
they're cliches because people say them all the time because they're true.
Yeah.
And it really is. It's really been a wild experience. The juxtaposition too is weird. Like, because I'm on this tour right now, and people are like, it's no fault to anybody, but a lot of people don't really know what touring is like, so they kind of assume like how do you ever see your kids? You must be gone all the time. And I'm like, dude, I'm home more days a week than I'm gone, or the same amount.
Right.
Like I'm home like 3.5 days a week. I'm gone like 3.5 days a week. So that's more than most people that work 40 hours a day get to spend.
That's a good point.
At home with their kids, So like I get to, but it's such a weird juxtaposition to go from, you go out, let's say fly to, Phoenix or wherever, and you play 2 nights in the same stadium, dude. And the next day you're home, dude, and you're just dad, and there's nobody there. I mean, we live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house that's 2,100 square foot, dude.
Yeah, and the kids are what, general admission?
Yeah, they're GA. They don't even pay. Well, they just get in free. Kids eat free, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So they just come in and just take the place over, dude.
Dude, that would be the best tour you could have if you had a kids eat free tour.
But, dude, sponsored by Ryan's Buffet.
Yeah.
Or Golden Corral, either one.
Oh, yeah, that would be the best. And they should have a contest, too. What's the farthest somebody can hum a McNugget and another kid catch it?
Like a beer Olympics, but it's buffet Olympics.
Just a McNugget. There's something so American about seeing a McNugget go through the air.
A McNugget cannon. Like you could jam like 100 in a t-shirt cannon and just blast McNuggets out into the crowd, dude. Oh,
everybody's
Lord.
just catching them on their.
It'd be some good slow-mo shots.
It's like that Kiss cam with the
McNugget cam, dude.
But dude, that's how it's gonna get. I think if it gets so bad where people can't afford to eat or whatever, then they're gonna be like,
the concerts will be events.
Yes,
food will be how to get people to events. Got it.
100%, man. That's the thing you're gonna need.
Yep. Pay for the show, stay for the food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Could you even imagine what a huge buffet would be like at a frickin'
in a stadium?
Oh.
Like if it was like the world's longest buffet, is it like it just snakes through the whole floor?
Let's bring that up. Where is the world's longest buffet?
Okay, let's take bets. What do we think? I'm gonna guess probably in like a Midwest, somewhere in the Midwest.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess. I don't know, by the way. I really don't know.
I'm going to go with a little bit more of the orange Midwest. I'm going to say China, I think.
World's longest. So world's longest.
World's longest because they are buffet.
Is longest or largest, is that different?
Oh, it's a good question.
Biggest. Pennsylvania, dude.
Wow.
Not
Midwest?
Is it Midwest?
I think it's upper Midwest.
It feels very eastern Midwest.
Really, it's lower Dutch. I know. It's... In 1962, under maple trees, Mr. and Miss Henry Martin sold produce along the road. That was the beginning of the Shady Maple Farm Market, according to Shady Maple. The largest buffet in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Shady Maple Smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord. There used to be a smorgasbord in Hermitage when I lived out there. Do you remember that place? It was called... God,
and what is it? It's just a place to eat as much as you can?
Yes. Well, wow. I think... I believe now this is big English language guy, big vocab guy here, but I believe a smorgasbord means there's a lot of different kinds of food in one place.
Whoa, guy, that sounds insane.
You know what I mean?
It's not like you're making stuff up.
Elite literary knowledge. Dude.
Let's see, what is smorgasbord?
Self-service luncheon or supper offering a large variety of foods and dishes.
Oh, wow.
From Swedish smorgasbord, a buffet meal.
Oh, it sounds great. Yeah, that smorgasbord.
So it's just Swedish for buffet.
Yeah, it's just
It's the Swedish version of buffet, dude. Is what it is.
Yeah, why do they make it sound so crazy?
Yeah.
I feel like everything you want to eat is just even that word has it seems like it has a lot of calories in it. Just smorgasbord. What was your first car, Luke? Speaking of your car song doing so great.
My first car I got was a purple Subaru Outback. Used.
Why?
The lady my mom worked at got a new car, and she gave my mom a deal on it. And it was actually, dude.
Purple they had?
Purple. It was a deep indigo.
Ooh.
It was a deep indigo. It was much older than these versions you're looking at. These are way newer. This is probably a 2000 and maybe a 99,
Yeah,
2001, 2000 type model. There we go. That's the one, dude. There she is.
Ooh.
That's about the exact car.
That's beautiful.
Now, about 3 months after I got it, totaled it. And
Oh,
it
come
ended
on,
up,
man.
dude, and it had, I'm talking about, I didn't realize how nice it was.
Yeah.
Because it had leather seats, heated seats. And I was like, dude, I'm driving around in this like mom wagon, dude. Wrecked it. And then my parents got me a $500 Dodge Neon that had been previously totaled. Dude, look up a 2000 Dodge Neon. Base level, no automatic windows, no automatic doors, carpet seats.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. Well,
Oh, there she is, dude. Probably that fourth picture on the top. It was
Dude,
probably
my mother-
That's about exactly what I was cruising.
my
in,
mother
dude.
got a Dodge Neon, and me and my brother used to go sleep in it at night. We'd go sit out there and sleep in it. And it was beautiful. I would like to say that. But also, yeah, it is crazy how they will sell you, in this country, they will sell you a previously totaled.
Yeah, this car has been destroyed. Somebody out there has my totaled purple Outback right now, dude.
That's like selling somebody a dead friend or whatever. Like,
And they're like, yeah, but he's all good now. Dude. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like now it's cool, dude.
but dude, that's in the past, bro.
Yeah.
His death was in the past. You have to give him a second chance. Going online without ExpressVPN is kind of like when you leave your keys in the car at the gas station. When you just, I'm going to run inside, I'll just leave them in there. Most of the time, you're probably fine. But what if you come back to see someone just cruising off in your whip? That's what it's like without ExpressVPN. Why do you need ExpressVPN? Well, every time you connect to an unencrypted network, which is in a hotel, an airport, a cafe, your online data is not secure. Any hacker on the same network can gain access and steal your personal data. Super secure. That's what you need to be, and that's what ExpressVPN is offering. It would take a hacker with a supercomputer and over 1 billion years to get past ExpressVPN's encryption. It's easy to use. Fire up the app and click one button to get protected. I've used ExpressVPN. I'm thankful that I use it, and I'm thankful that I feel more secure, especially these days, man. It's getting tricky. You can secure your online data today by visiting expressvpn.com/Theo. That's expressvpn.com/THEO. And you'll get an extra 3 months free. expressvpn.com/Theo. You know, there's some comedy duos out there that have gotten it done in the world. David Spade and Chris Farley, Key and Peele, Faye and Polar. But what about the perfect duo when it comes to growing your business? Well, that sounds like you and Shopify. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, from the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify is there to help you grow. And you don't have to sell just your own stuff anymore with Shopify Collective. You can curate products to sell from the brands you love, giving your customers more variety and your business more sales. What I love the most about Shopify is no matter how big you want to grow, Shopify gives you everything you need to take control and take your business to the next level. That's it. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Theo, all lowercase. That's right. Go to shopify.com/THEO now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Theo.
Dude, I don't know what's talking, just made me think of this, but two of my best friends, dude, we play this game all the time called Are You Garbage?
Yeah.
Have you heard of this? I think there's an
Nuh-uh.
actual game. You might need an internet check, or it's like Are You Trash or something like that. But there is no game. It's essentially just, hey man, like if you're in a group of people, you go, hey, if you do, Are You Garbage? There it is.
Oh, it's a card game.
So we've played this, but now we have a list going on our phone that's like hundreds of items long because we played the game so much that we ran out of stuff.
Right, and that tells people they are garbage, huh?
So it's Shane Gillis has played Are You Garbage? It looks like. So we have. I was gonna pop in this. All it is really a conversation starter.
Yeah,
fodder. But all the ones we've come up with,
rattle off
the
a couple
years.
for me.
So it's really just it provokes a conversation amongst friends.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, like you take a tour of a factory.
Mm-hmm.
Are you garbage?
Ooh,
Like it's all just little things like that.
that's a great question.
Where you're like, if you let me see this.
Yeah, because
Attempting to light a fart on fire. Garbage.
Yeah, if you're a woman, yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah.
If you're a guy, you're an
It's
industrial
just
engineer.
ingrained. Okay, let's see what else we got. Let's see
If you're a guy, you might be one of the Wright brothers. I have no idea. I don't want to stop your fire, but yeah, if you're a woman and you're indoors, that's a
like
L.
having crackers as a topping on like a casserole.
Yeah.
Trash. That's complete trash, dude.
Yeah, dude, if you've ever crumpled up a couple of crackers.
And that's like your topping on top of your dish.
Yeah, dude. If you use a lot of toppings are
Dude,
total
Fixins, dude. Fixins are a whole thing.
Why is this stuff making me die laughing? But yeah, if you have that much fixins, dude.
But so it's like trash to like buying merch from a gas station. Like if you buy like a clothing item from a gas station. Non-ironically.
Right. If you're like, yeah, wonder what they got.
You were like, man, I bet they got something nice. Like you ever hit a Love's? And like
I've never
there's
hit
a
a
guy
Love's
that's
for a spring collection.
there's
though,
a guy that's unironically thumbing through the shirts and he's like,
Oh, yeah.
dude, these are kind of fire. You know, like he's thinking like these are pretty fire shirts, dude.
God, some of these. Oh,
The
this
trucking community.
a lot of the trucking community, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, this shirt goes with that statue. And they'll always say that too. 'Cause
Yeah.
they always have like a lot of like, it'll be like a dolphin unicorn, like, but single animal, merged animal. It'll be like merged animals.
Yeah.
That'll be the section.
It's like Liger from
Yeah,
Napoleon
like
Dynamite,
Liger.
like that.
It's like,
like a centaur.
yep, centaur tits and horse body.
Yep. Dude, another argument is using the bathtub or a sink at a hotel like as a cooler. Ooh. So like putting ice in it and then like filling like putting your drinks in that receptacle.
Because then if you don't use a shower at all, that's the thing
that's even worse.
Yeah, that's
so
what
then what are you're not showering in lieu of having
just some cozy cold drinks, cold
It's a very
pops.
spring break feel. I feel like to that.
What did we do, dude? We got my first car was 84 Ford Escort. And somebody had
Strong.
it was beautiful. Well, it was pretty much semi-beautiful probably. And somebody had stole the passenger seat out of it, right?
Like this happened while you owned it, or when you got it, it had already been thieved.
When I got the vehicle, I had it for like 3 days and somebody stole it. I think it was the guy. I think he didn't want to sell the whole car.
So he fenced it. He fenced the seat.
Yeah.
He came in and was like, you know what? I'm taking this back. I didn't mean to sell you the whole car. I wanted that seat out of there, dude. I forgot, dude.
Hey, I forgot my wife told me not to sell this seat.
Hey, we had our first kid on that seat and she told me not.
But
that's a memento.
It was it was an 84 Ford Escort, baby, and I paid $600 large for that thing.
What color was it? Which one? Like what's the most accurate representation of
Gray. They only had, I think, of the 84 hardtop. I don't know
hard top, dude. Dude, I love how this too clean 1984 Ford Escort, dude.
I'm saying hardtop like there was any other
like there
top
was
on that bitch, dude.
like a drop top. Dude, you got some coin now. Go buy an 84 Escort and chop the top off of it, dude. Get a convertible top one, dude.
No, I think it's supposed to have the top on it so you can get safely to school. That's what I did in it, but somebody stole my passenger seat I had for 3 days. So then the crazy part was you go pick a girl up and they get in the car.
In the back.
But they had to get in the back through the front, like it only had.
The front door.
Yeah.
So then again, at least you didn't have to flip the seat up.
Yeah, so that part was actually nice. But
Yeah.
then if somebody wanted to be right by you, they'd have to get right on their knees.
Yeah. So they could, but it's like built in like lounger though, kind of. If the
That's true.
seat
They
in
just
front
want
of
to sit
it's
in the
not
back
on.
and chill.
Like
For
just kind of
girls,
like a king vibe.
for girls didn't like it.
Yeah, probably I could see that.
Yeah, girls are like, I don't know what's happening.
They were like, man, this car is like really trashy. And you were like, no, it's cool, dude. I love it. I love this car.
God,
you know?
dude. And then one time it got T-boned outside of this I think place called Isadore's or something, some little sandwich shop, Iggy's or something.
Smorgasbord.
Yeah,
Some
smorgasbord
you were at.
fucking yeah, smorgasbord's fucking bird snacks, baby. But yeah, so and I got T-boned, and then after that, I was dating this cute girl. But every time I'd go to her house, I would try to hide the car at an angle. It was so banged up now, where like almost the angle she'd walked and get in, she wouldn't really be able to see all the damage.
The damage. My neon used to, when I would stop, the radiator would leak a little bit. So like if I wasn't driving, like the radiator, like there was it was like that, like kind of that rubberized like top of on the radiator tube there, and it had just the littlest crack in there. And me and my dad, we tried to fix it 1,000,000 times, but it would get so hot that like no matter what you put over it wouldn't stick. Like all the best like Loctite, Bond, and all that stuff, like the heat would get it, so it would like spit stuff out of it, and then that would get on like the engine block. And so anytime I would stop, it would just smoke just a little bit, dude. So I'm already like spending my last $2.
Native, really.
I was spending my last $2 buying fish tacos at Long John Silver's. Anyways, I'm already embarrassed with myself. And then if there was anybody that you would see and you're in the drive-through waiting to get your $2 tacos and your car's like smoking, and they're like, dude, maybe, and they look at you and you're 300 pounds, dude, and they're like, you probably shouldn't be getting these tacos,
Yeah, I guess
like
it's
they're like, just fix the car, man. Like just miss a couple tacos. Like you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. At a certain point, dude, you gotta look at the scale of
like,
justice.
Yes, just
do you
need Baja fish tacos? You don't, dude. It's like the McFish. You don't need it. You know what I mean?
God, when she ordered it though, and you would see other people in the distance look over at us when she ordered it and shit, and I'd be so ashamed. I'd be like,
but it was wild caught though. So it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know where it seemed like I would say, yeah, it seemed like outdoor caught. Some of it was kind of darker, some of the fish, but
out and caught in nature would be like a better caught in the wild, caught out. I think it said open.
Coerced. It said on the side of it. So I'm like
wildly coerced.
I'm like, I don't know if this is good fish or not. And did you take any good trips recently, man? You been anywhere fun for vacation?
For vacation, gosh, dude, we hadn't been on like a real vacation, and like me and the wife, I mean, we haven't gone on vacation. I mean, we have had 2 kids back to back, dude. So we're like,
do they sleep in y'all's room, y'all's children?
No, the youngest one, he just left our room a month or 2 ago. So our boys share a room right now.
Oh, that's fun, huh?
So I mean, if they were older, I think it'd be fun, but I think now they're just kind of like, how can I keep the other one awake? Like, even though they don't really know what they're doing or why they're doing it. They just like, one of them's always making noise and the other one's like looking, and like our one's like, he can't even, like, he's just now able to kind of like pull himself up. So he's like a fall risk just all the time.
Yeah.
He's like in the crib and he's like trying to look at the other one because he's rattling the blinds. And
right.
It's
something
like,
they're
always doing something.
It seems like a band that's on drugs or something.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Some of the stories.
To think back on it, some of our guys have probably done some similar things. I imagine on the road at times, dude. Oh my God. But we haven't gone. I mean, gosh, man. I mean, it feels like I've been all over the world in the last couple of years, but like, that's just going on a vacation.
I know,
dude.
It's hard to find a spot and really get in and be like, all right, let's go do it.
Yeah, and it's like, it's weird too, because like, vacation for me is like getting to just be home. Like that feels like vacation to me.
Yeah.
But then like my wife is home a lot with the kids and stuff. So she does want to like like get away and go somewhere and do something. And it's like, finding that time where, I don't feel like I'm traveling somewhere every week and going back and forth.
Yeah,
and
stuff can burn you up, man.
It's a wild thing, man, right now. We're just in this weird balance because of the kids right now, because they're so small.
And there's nothing you can do. You have to take care of them every day.
100%. Like, I mean,
Wow.
that's the number one thing, dude. I mean, there is no, the kids don't care about the state. They don't know anything, dude.
Do they rate you guys or anything? Like, how do you know?
There is a complaint box.
Or do you guys like get an email every week from them? Like, how do you know how you're doing?
You don't. They're alive.
Damn,
if they're still alive and kicking, dude, at this point you're doing a pretty good job.
But there's not.
There's not.
There's not somebody that comes when they're like 3 years old and gives you like
a performance review.
Yeah, just like somebody should.
Well, you know what? We were saying this when we had our first kid. We walked out of the hospital, and I'm like, dude, we had this kid 2 days ago, and bro, I gotta take a test to drive a car, dude. And they'll just give you a human life. Like, all right, dog, here you go. Don't matter who you are, what your background is. There's no questions asked, really, dude.
Yeah,
they're just like, hey, man, like, you'll be good, man. Like, your parents figured it out.
Oh yeah, especially if you want a mixed kid, they'll just hand you one down there. A lot of these places. I'm like, all right, this is crazy.
It's a Wild West, dude. The kids thing is like,
it's a Wild West, man.
It's like there is no, I read all the like, well, how to be a
rodeo daddy or whatever.
Like how to be
8 seconds with my son.
Right. Yeah. The wildest 18 years of your 8-second life. It's like, but
parenting and fishing. You're like, is that a magazine? Like that seems
how parenting is like noodling. It's like it's just stick and pray, baby. You know what I mean? It's a wild ride, man. But the dad thing was really fun to do, and that's just where my head's been recently. And
do you start to think like, hey, we got to get this third or fourth or fifth child out of the way now, or do you start to strategize it? Like,
I mean, the deadlines do feel looming, right? Like if you want to have, because every time you have a kid, it's like it starts over. Like the whole like, okay, well now it's like when we don't have kids is 18 years from now again.
Right, again, we just restarted the clock.
You restart.
It's like going back to jail.
You have kids.
Like a loving jail with other people you care about
like
there.
The best jail ever kind of thing. It's like, it's like, but it does, it's
the
such
best jail ever. That's one of the songs on the new album.
On Chainmail Children, dude. Yeah, best jail ever. Yeah. Work pen, dude. Yeah.
They should have the best jail ever, huh?
But and we think about, it's like, well, how, then you think about, well, how close do I want the kids to be to each other?
Right.
Like how does it, what's tour look like next year? Is it going to be extra busy, or we have a light year? Like, it's weird to think about that stuff, because at the end of the day, you're talking about like potentially like a person.
Right.
That will be like
alive.
Doing like they'll have an entire life, and so like, I don't know. I often wonder, I often not fantasize is the wrong word, but like think about, it just being like my kids' parents is like, I almost worry about them like finding out what I do in some ways.
You mean dance at night?
Yeah. Like we have like put on a nice vinyl, dance in the living room.
Wouldn't that be great if that's what you meant? Like, look, I just don't want them to know.
That I dance, man.
That sometimes I'll occasionally dance.
Classically trained.
Yeah, I'll dance for their mother in the evening sometimes.
Big boy ballerina in the evenings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess I wonder how kids, because it is so tough. You see so many kids that are somehow traumatized or face some sort of like
like their parents.
Just the byproduct of their parents being in the limelight, especially maybe in, I don't know if especially in music, maybe not especially, but just in the limelight.
Yeah, I think about it a lot, because I go, I don't like, and it's going to sound weird. It's like you almost wish they could just not know in some ways, and not because I don't want them to know. That's not what I'm getting at. It's like I almost just want them to be like naive to the whole thing for as long as it's humanly possible. Yeah. Like I want them to, only thing they're worried about is like riding bikes and playing trucks and, riding around on the Polaris with mom and dad. And but there gets to a point like, as soon as like school is looming, like, I've got some other artist buddies that have kids, and they're like, well, you got to tell them or somebody else is going to tell them.
It's almost like telling your kids there's no Santa.
Or something.
But it's like the opposite of that.
It's like the opposite of that.
Like telling your kids there is a Luke Combs.
Right. Yeah. And it's like, I don't want them to I don't want my kids to ever think of me that way. Like, I want them to be
like
really
Dad was
proud.
good. Some of his early stuff I liked better,
Right,
but I still love him.
The last couple albums were just garbage, dude.
Yeah.
Once he had us, they just, they just really stunk. He put
Dude,
out that Dad
imagine if
record.
that happened to a kid where their sales weren't as good after they had children.
And they were like, we have the, me and my buddies have the golf theory, dude.
Once you start playing golf, shit gets bad.
No, well, for sure, I think for me at least. But it's once like the great golfers, once they have kids, it gets harder to maintain because the amount of like practice and stuff that they have to do. I mean, I know next to nothing about being a professional golfer, by the way. This is just a guy who watches golf and like wishes that he could do golf.
Yeah, I always pretend like something came up and my friends asked me to go play golf or something.
You're like, sorry, man, I gotta
go do something.
I gotta go vote.
I'll even say that.
Yeah. And they're like, what? And you're like,
yeah,
they're voting for the comptroller this week, city comptroller.
Want to just practice him for the big game in November.
Big thing, I was having a practice Super Bowl party tonight, so I actually can't. I wanted to make sure the Super Bowl party would be good, but it's not. I have a run through.
Did you have you played the Super Bowl yet?
No, there hasn't been a country artist in the Super Bowl in a long time.
Who was the last one?
It was a big medley of people. I believe it's Clint Black, Travis Tritt, Shania, Tanya Tucker.
Wow.
It was like a bunch of country artists that did like a big medley thing, I believe. Now, there's been a bunch of artists that have done the anthem.
Right.
But as for the halftime show, there hasn't been one since, you'd have to look it up, the mid-90s.
Reba McEntire's coming up.
The anthem, though.
Oh, the anthem.
The anthem. You mean like the actual halftime show.
Yeah.
It only happened one time.
Only one time ever?
Yep.
Wow. That seems unreal, huh?
So it's Shania Twain, Gwen Stefani, and Sting. Okay, so Shania was different than the other medley thing.
Right. So they had Shania twice.
Yeah. So twice ever. I would imagine that at some point Taylor Swift has to do it at some point.
Oh, it's a good point.
But I don't know if that would still be
considered.
I don't know
country,
if that would start as considered a country artist now doing that.
It's kind of universal.
But like to think like a guy like Garth's never done it. I know. A guy like George Strait's never done it. Like so many of these guys.
Oh yeah, I watched Garth sing it.
Have
you gotten to spend much time with Garth ever?
I have not a ton of time. But we've spoken many times. Like I took my band out to see his show out in Vegas. I was out there. I was playing like a private event, and it didn't start till like 11:30 or something, like super late night. It was like a birthday party thing. And so we got to Vegas like in the morning. So I'm like, what the hell do we do all day? So I start looking stuff up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Garth's playing and tonight is doing his show.
Gotta see it.
So I'm like, and the band, like I told the band, I was like, I hit my manager up. I was like, hit up Garth's folks and see if we can maybe get some tickets. And, so man, yeah, he came in, dude. We got over there and dude, he came in and said hey to the band. And like the band had no idea we were going to meet him at all. Cause like my band guys are like, and so a couple of them's from Oklahoma and stuff.
Yeah.
And so
they
like,
love him. They probably
love him, dude.
Drawings of him at home.
And so 100% they do. And but he came in and talked to everybody and got us great seats. They let us come in like, because those shows there are like no phones or whatever. I think like a lot of the Vegas stuff you can't have your phone or something.
Yeah.
So
because they don't want it. Yeah, I think they don't want anybody having their phone
to like see, so they can't like
record
Here's
stuff. People sell it like streams,
right?
Vietnam, all kind of stuff.
Yeah. So they let us come in like right when the lights went down. They like brought us in because like I was like, hey man, I want to come, but there's no like. At those theaters, there's not really like suites or like backstage.
Right. You don't want to take away from his attention.
Yeah. I'm like, hey man, I just want to like come in, like just sit this thing and like not,
Yeah.
It's weird. Like I tell people, I'm like, man, I don't really like being the center of attention as weird as that is. Considering what I do.
Yeah.
It makes me like really uncomfortable. Like when people make like a big deal about me, like being at stuff.
Oh,
or like,
baby, yeah.
And I'm just like, oh gosh, man. Like I don't really try not to think about myself that way.
Yeah, well,
really.
it's interesting, yeah, because if you start thinking about yourself that way, I think it's almost better to try and purposely not think of yourself as that way.
For sure.
Almost like, let me add in some things that'll seem a little bit more normal. You know, I got this Cyber truck, and that was been kind of a nightmare because it's fun to drive,
Dude,
but it's just too much attention, you know?
I saw it.
And then I'll be hiding in it, and I'm just...
Do you like it, though?
It's fun,
Yeah.
but it's quiet, too.
It's like pixelated. It looks pixelated, you know?
Yeah, it feels like you just travel. Like it feels like you'll you'll press the gas and you'll wake up in damn August, dude.
It just...
Yeah, you're gone.
And it's like instant torque in those things.
You were
too.
into the future.
You could go 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds, and that thing just.
In half a yawn, brother, you'd be over there. That thing get you there quick.
I got electric Polaris, dude, and it's the same thing.
It cooks, huh?
Absolutely crushes.
But it doesn't smell like gas, dude. My car used to have loose gas in it. I remember when I was in high school.
Yeah.
My second vehicle, it was a Ford Jimmy. Or
GMC Jimmy.
Yeah, GMC Jimmy.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was a GMC Ford Jimmy. It was. It
kind
was
of two cars mixed together.
It was a merger.
Yeah,
of a vehicle.
welded together vehicle.
It was previously owned.
Yeah, previously totaled. You know.
Are there parts that like, because once you get to a certain level of just being known, you can never kind of go back to some of those. Just like it's weird in life. Sometimes it feels like you'll be able to go back and you can't.
Right, you can't get back like
just how you felt at the time.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah, and it's
I guess that's just life.
Do you ever feel like in this? I don't know much about the world of comedy other than just being a fan of it. But like, you ever get sometimes where you're like, man, you kind of like saw how the sausage was made a little bit, and you're just like, man, like you saw behind the curtain a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like you've heard that.
Seeing behind the curtain, seeing how the sausage is made.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, dude.
I do not, brother. I want
you
to.
do, dude. Yeah, you do.
Do you mean like
you've heard that?
Seeing how like movies and TV and music are made?
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
Yes. You know, like if you saw how they made a hot dog, you probably wouldn't want to eat it.
Oh, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
if I saw them make hot dogs,
Yeah.
I would call Child Protective Services.
But I feel like sometimes the entertainment business can be that way.
Oh,
too.
I agree.
Where you're like, man, it loses that like.
It loses that thing, the magic.
Right. Like the shine or the whatever is like,
Oh, there's something wonderful about sitting at home just thinking like, man, what it would be like to be on this thing, like The Voice or like a show,
Sure.
But then you don't realize if you are on that, like all this, just like you see all the behind the workings.
Yeah.
So it's still part of a dream, but it doesn't have the same look as if you're just viewing it,
Yeah. You just lose a little. Well, I can't even like, and you may be this way with like comedy and stuff, but I can't even like consume music the way I used to. Like I'm constantly like
looking
not
at
critiquing it, but I'm looking at it through a different lens,
through business more lens, different things.
Yeah,
like
and I'm
that.
like, man, well, this is so good because this thing and that.
Oh,
and before
yeah.
it was just good.
Yeah.
Like the song was just good, or the artist was just good. It wasn't like, well, this guy is really he's playing this character, or this girl is really great at this one vocal technique thing. It's like you did almost like when you don't know why it's good, it's better. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude.
And now sometimes I'm like, now I can.
You read the ingredients now,
right? And I'm like, oh, it's good because this thing happened, or that thing happened, or
Yeah, everything had a little bit more magic in it before you knew what was going on.
Yeah, and you'd love to be able to kind of get that, to be able to recapture that.
Yeah,
would be, and there's moments. Dude, it's still the best. I mean, we're still living our dream in a lot of ways, in almost every way possible. I am, so I have zero complaints really about my life, dude. But it's just you kind of like.
You can't help but evolve.
You can't recapture that.
Right. Yeah, you just can't. Yeah, you can never kind of go back to where you were.
That time, the chase, like the being excited about being where you are now.
Yeah.
that's half the fun, is like trying to get there and trying to figure out how to get there and doing everything it takes to get there is like a lot of the enjoyment of the process. You know what I mean?
And they always say that, but you don't really realize it while it's going on.
Yeah, for sure. And then
You
all
know?
of a sudden you realize you can't recapture it. You're like, dang, man, I wish I would have
Bottle that up somehow a
done
little bit
this
better.
thing or done that more.
Do you think though, like, do you look at, because you've gotten to have a great trajectory, just a great career. You know, you've worked hard and you've also been fortunate, right?
Yes, very much so.
So does it get to be like, well, what else is there to shoot for? Kind of like, does that kind of become and not like in a net, like just curious, like, how do you find a motivation do you feel like it could be a trap? Like, oh, I don't want to lose motivation here because things have gone so well.
Yeah, for sure, man. Because you kind of get to this place where you're like, man, I feel like I've done, a lot of the stuff that I feel like I can do, almost like as far as achievements go or whatever it may be. And you think, you have to do as much work or more work than you've ever done to stay in that place. And so before, if you're doing that amount of work, you're constantly moving towards a goal.
Right.
Right? It's like if you work all this time to climb Mount Everest, and it's so hard, you got to cross the crevasses and do all these different things to make it to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like once you get there, you need oxygen just to even breathe while you're up there. And so it may take a higher toll on your body to stay at the top than it does to come back down, or than it did to even get up there. And so it feels like it can have there's somewhat of like a hamster wheel feel to it. Like when you get to the certain level, because you're like, man, I'm working so hard just to like compete against the other guys that are up here too, and all the other people that are coming up to the top as well. Like, you're doing all this work to stay. Well, do I have to continually try to, compete with this guy and this guy? And there's other people going, we're coming, dude. And we're ready to this is Sparta your ass off the top of this thing if we get the chance. You know what I mean? So there's
Makes me scared.
It's like, there's always that next, but that's, again, dude, it comes back to growing up with your fan base and just growing yourself, is learning that nobody stays at the top forever. And it's okay to not be at the top. It's okay to, you shouldn't be scared of the fall, because you can build these things in your life, these kind of soft places to land, being your family, your friends,
Right.
things that really matter, the things that when you're 80 years old, would you rather have spent more time with your kids or made another album that was successful? I feel like a lot of people would choose be with your kids, or, have gone on another trip with your wife, or, went, fishing with your dad again, or went golfing with your buddies one more time, or go hunting with your friends, or whatever. Like, those are the experiences that ultimately will come to be the defining moments of your life. You know what I mean? Like, your career achievements, they're really great, and you should be really proud of them. And I'm insanely proud of everything I've done. And I will continue to work hard to be the best I can be. But I'm also not afraid of knowing that one day people are going to be like, damn, dude, that sumbitch is old, dude. You talk about washed up, dude. Like, that's going to happen to me at some point.
Right. Like, oh, look at him. Yeah,
Right.
he's over there.
Right. Look at this old cat.
Look
dude.
at this
You know
guy.
what I mean?
Can't,
Yeah.
drinking gasoline or whatever they'll say. Like, oh, well, that seems.
Yeah.
Guys, that's not even him. That's just some guy that looks
Yeah.
like Luke Combs,
There's a lot of those.
Nobody's ever had so many people look like him at one time on one planet, I don't think.
Dude, 100%. Dude.
Bro, that's for sure.
I mean, there is. There's like a stat sheet thing. And so, not really a stat sheet, but there's like if you're 5'8" to 6'8", and you're 200 pounds to like 600 pounds, and you have like the Amish style beard, people are like, dude, you look just like me, dude.
And that's
I'll
male
meet
or
people,
female?
100%, dude. And they'll be in the meet and greet like, dude, everybody says I look like you. I'm like, bro, you are 6'8",
Yeah.
and you're like 180 pounds. You don't look anything like, we don't look anything like each other. But there are some good ones, though. There are some
But
good
there's a
ones.
lot of people that are desperate to look like you as well. I think there's a lot of people. Oh my God, that's not you.
Yeah. There's a lot of them, dude, that are good. There's some really good ones out there, man.
You've got to adopt one, huh? Or how old did they have to be to get adopted?
Dude, as this guy's doing like a kind of a promo shot here. I haven't seen a lot of these.
Yeah, some of the
That's like a remake of that promo photo.
That's
there.
like you and me merged in one. Look at the one, the second one to the right. Right there. No, left, right there. Yeah. That's my nose, your face. Or somebody. I don't know who that is. Yeah, there's a lot of closeted Amish or Luke Brown. Or Luke Combs fans.
Amish, dude. A lot of closeted Amish.
Yeah.
You think that closeted Amish is such an interesting...
Well, the craziest part is the one guy who he was like there used to be a show, it was like Amish, something Amish, like something Amish. And they
show.
This one dude, yeah.
Something Amish.
This one dude kept like mowing his grass. He had to use that old school cutter, the spinning
wheel thing. Yep.
And he's like, this sucks. I was adopted. I'm not even supposed to be Amish, he said.
I'm not even supposed to be. Was it escaping Amish or breaking Amish?
Escaping or breaking, yeah.
Breaking Amish.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm not even supposed to be Amish. I was adopted. Like, damn, dude, sucks to be you.
Dude, I feel like being Amish, that's a tough pull, dude. That'd be hard.
Yeah, I think there'll be, but they don't get autism in their communities. There's a lot of health benefits of being Amish. Yeah, look up the health benefits of being Amish.
Health benefits of being Amish.
And you get, think of the things that would be fun. I bet sneaking off and talking to a girl would be unreal.
Oh, it'd be sick, dude. You'd be like,
meet me over there in that area.
Conscious behaviors are considered the norm, I guess.
Less tobacco, less alcohol, less salt, more vitamin and mineral supplements.
And by less, they mean no tobacco, no alcohol, right? I mean, I'm sure they're not allowed to have that.
Yeah, I think prayer, like praying fast, is like kind of their booze.
Car,
like
this
a
is
quick
the way home.
I have no idea what that is. I'm looking.
I love this. I don't know what it is.
Maybe just close the window.
Dude, a phantom ad. That's just phantom ad that's playing right now, dude.
What will you guys do for Father's Day, man?
Dude, so talk about how kids change your life. My first son was born on Father's Day. So
wow, so it's his birthday.
Well, it won't be every year his birthday, but same like weekend or within a day or two for sure every year.
Wow.
So I'm sure it will just be like, oh, yesterday was Tex's birthday, and then the next day's Father's Day, and they'll be like, oh, cool, man, like, thanks or whatever.
Thanks for your sperm, yeah.
Yeah, cool, dog. Appreciate it. You know? Be like, yeah, we're gonna get you something, but we're all tired from like Texas birthday and stuff, so we didn't get anything.
Like, you're tired from a 2-year-old birthday?
Right, yeah.
Like,
man, we're wore out, dude. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I remember one time buying drugs at a 1-year-old's birthday. It was like one of the low points of my life.
Did you buy it from was it 1-year-old?
No, just an associate that was there.
Friend of his.
Yeah.
Friend of the 1-year-olds, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd fallen in with a couple 2.5-year-olds.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I had a couple side men, dude. You know what I mean?
One of them had taken things to another level. Yeah, what else was I thinking about? Dude, I took like a one of those like CBD gummies or something last night, and my brain has been rocked.
Has it?
All
Dude,
day.
I took a straight up CTE fall yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Off of what?
A little scrambled, dude, today too. You know?
Really? We all swimming or something?
Yeah, we were pooling it, but we were in the yard, like in the grass. Like we had one of those like splash pads out. Like
oh yeah, those are nice.
the
huh?
kids were out like splashing around in it and stuff. And I was wearing these like super dad like moccasin shoes, like they're just like leather bottom.
Yeah.
And they literally don't have tread. Like it's like walking on a like marble on the bottom of your feet or something.
Yeah, I've seen those. Those always seem like you're not sure what this guy's going to be like when you see him.
And they're insanely comfortable, but it rained so much the last couple of days. So my yard is like, our house is from probably the 60s or something. So
oh, wow.
When they built the house, like there wasn't like the same kind of like grading, permitting that goes on now. So like the house kind of sits on this hill, but it's just a small hill, but the backyard is all kind of sloped down towards the house. And then right before they built the house, there's just a little bit more of a slope. Mm-hmm. As to where now they would kind of have to grade out.
Smooth it out.
And smooth it out. So
back then, those bitches were a little choppy.
Yeah, they were just like, whatever, just pop the house anywhere, you know? And so I'm walking down in the moccasins, dude. My kid was in the splash pad, dude, and he was like, we got him this little slide and we put him down there and he like, it like scared him and he's like crying. I'm like, oh, you're good, dude. It's cool. I was like, do you want to see Dad jump in the big pool? Like, cause we have a little pool. And,
Oh yeah, you
and
got
he
to
was
do
like,
a trick
yeah,
for a
man.
kid.
He's like, dude, like cheer him up, you know? So I go down the hill, dude, and I'm in the moccasins and just, dude, both of my feet just go, shoo. And I'm talking about, dude, I hit the ground like on my back. So like the way the hill is, like the flushest you could ever hit something.
Oh, wow.
It was like my entire back hit the ground at the same time.
perfectly lined
and just
up.
boom. And I was just like, I mean, I just remember sitting up and I just sat there and my wife and my 2 kids are behind me. I can't see them. I'm just like, I knew I was like, this could be serious because my wife isn't even laughing. Like she wasn't like, you idiot. Like you fell. Like it was just, I just kind of sat there for a second and was like, and just kind of processed,
So,
like, is everything fine?
Yeah, does everything
like,
feel
am
chill?
I cool? Like, can I get up from this? And then my wife was just like, you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. Just kind of,
Yeah, just-
but it's kind of felt like getting like, you know, I played football in high school or whatever. So it kind of felt like getting like just absolutely blindside blocked, like, and just rattling.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily the ground was soft because it was so wet and stuff. But dude,
yeah,
I
there's-
had just hit flush.
There's moments as an adult when you get hurt and you're like, dang,
You're like, dude,
I'm not doing good.
yeah, you're like, man, this is,
Yeah.
dude, 15, 20 years from now, this would be a huge issue, dude. We would have a big problem, dude.
Well, a lot of grandparents go missing, even if there's like just a slippery floor or whatever.
Yeah.
You
You have
know?
to get a skid steer out on me in a couple years from now, dude.
Dude,
to get me out
imagine
from that.
somebody's opening a can of peaches to make a pie or something. They spill some peach syrup onto the ground.
Just,
Pop comes motoring through later.
oh.
Okay, to
Right.
get in here,
Yeah.
to get him a couple saltine crackers.
He's
for
got
his
the
nap.
moccasins on.
Yeah,
He's got the mockies on, dude.
yeah, he's mocked up.
And he
dude.
just slips out.
and he just slips his
ACL
whole
goes
spine.
on the way. and
Both
just
of his knees,
kapow,
yeah.
And he just, yeah, that's brutal, dude. I like yesterday was the first moment where I was like, I'm good, but like, man, this could have been like a not good situation, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it could have been not good, dude.
It's risky now, dude. You don't know who's what. You just don't know what's going on.
It's slippery out there in those mockies.
Well,
dude.
it's just
yeah.
what did I see? You had done a gender reveal. Was it something I saw?
Oh, I've done a few. Yeah, done a few.
Yeah, do you guys get some big requests for stuff like that all the time? I'm
We
sure.
get it. Well, like a lot of them are just like people in the crowd will have like signs like do this gender reveal, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like you're there, like
Yeah.
they're here, like with the envelope, like they've waited this whole time, dude. Like I always try to ask, like, what is it? What was it your first kid or?
What do you think it is? I think we're gonna go boy. Dustin, what do you think it's gonna be? Your girl. Girl.
Oh, that girl, that guy's a pervert, huh? Come on, guy.
Massey, is this you on the sticks here, filming this?
Yeah, dude.
It's kind of nervous. It's like a big moment, you know.
Oh, for sure. If you find out if your kid is going to be cool or not. Yeah, that's crazy.
I always
Oh,
think,
that's
what if
awesome, though,
what if the
dude.
kid like hated country music, like later on in life,
For sure. And uses
and they were
that as a
like-
thing.
and that was their gender reveal, and you're like, dude, I hate that guy's music, stinks, dude. That guy did my gender reveal. That was the plan, dude.
Oh,
That would be
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah,
brutal.
yeah,
dude. That'd be
but dude, look, bro, at that time, we could be online doing gender reveals on Cameo for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows?
is that? There's no way that's a real thing.
People do gender reveals on Cameo all the time now.
I saw one where they got the guy. I feel like it was the lead singer of Sugar Ray to like break up with their girlfriend for him,
really?
dude. Yeah, it was wild, dude. There's some wild cameos out there,
Dude, that's when Fly, remember that song?
Ooh, just one.
That song is around forever, bro.
Here it is, dude. Womanizer Sugar Ray frontman, dude.
Let's see it, dude.
Media is all abuzz about
A lot of people that is coming out of the closet now. It's
delivered
adults
by
just doing
Sugar
gender
Ray's
reveals,
Mark
and people are like,
McGrath.
"What?"
The message was
Go
bought
back
on
to
the app
work.
called Cameo, which lets you pay celebrities to send you a message to your phone.
What's up, Braden? It is Mark McGrath from the band Sugar Ray, off the charts, but always in your hearts. And this cameo
This
was
is
booked by
crazy.
Okay, so
He
in the
looks
video,
like the
McGrath tells a guy named
Home Alone's brother.
Dude, Buzz?
he looks
Buzz,
like
your
Buzz
girlfriend whooped, dude.
He looks like Buzz if Buzz got some facial reconstructive surgery. I feel like,
Dude.
but what did he do? Nothing.
It looked like they were overdubbing it. We can watch all the way through, but the news guys were just
Oh, you
kinda
break up
talking
with the
over.
boyfriend?
Yeah, he broke up with the boyfriend.
Yeah.
To break up with her. So a girl hires him to break up with her boyfriend. That's demon level.
Yeah, it's
dude.
pretty demon,
That's
man.
demon stuff there.
I'm trying to think of the first.
I wonder if it was like his favorite band too. Like, was it an uber personal?
Sugar
Like,
Ray, you mean?
Was it like, dude, my boyfriend always loved Sugar Ray, so I'm hiring the lead singer to break up with him. Like, almost just to make him like
Ooh.
hate the band or
Yeah.
something. Like, was it really dark in that sense?
Like if you love Doritos or whatever,
And you could hire Doritos
and
to
you could
break up
hire
with you?
like Jerry Cool Ranch or whatever to break up with your girlfriend.
Or you wrote it out in like bags of Doritos. It was like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
breaking up with you. But like, how did they decide on the lead singer of Sugar Ray? Was the question? Was it a question of affordability?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Or are you like, hey, I was gonna do Hulk Hogan,
Right. I was going to do Hulk Hogan, but
but
there's a sale over here.
there's a sale at Sugar Ray.
yeah, there's
Mark
a sale at
McGrath's.
Sugar Ray for the next 30 minutes.
Next 30 minutes. Breakups are half off on Mark McGrath's.
God, that's
cameo.
crazy that that's even a thing now. It used to just be Valentine's, like you sending somebody something positive. And now it's like, watch me ruin this lady's heart. Times have changed, bro.
I love how he said off the charts, but forever in your hearts, dude. That's such a great line, dude.
That is a good slogan, dude. That guy's looking beautiful. A lot of men, sometimes they'll look so beautiful, they look like women sometimes too, you know?
He's definitely aged gracefully. You know?
Oh, he will be a hot chick in 2 or 3 years. There's no doubt there's a lot of people, they just run that
They
gamut.
run the
Yeah,
full
they're
circle.
just- yeah.
It's not over here. It's a big circle.
Oh, it is
Right.
they're just spinning around. Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely.
There's a lot happening. It's beautiful.
The hair is coiffed. It's good.
The hair is good, man. So is it whenever you start a new album, do you then have to go tour it after? Is that kind of how it goes, or is it?
I think traditionally that's how a lot of folks do it. This album, it feels like in a lot of ways non-traditional in the sense of like it started out as just kind of this like, you know, wild idea of like I had written a couple of these dad songs that I really liked, and I was like, man, I feel like, you know, these 3 of these songs are really great. I love them. But I was like, but I have to like choose one if I'm going to do a record. Cause like you can't put a record out and then it's like, oh, there's like 3 or 4 dad songs. Like we get it, dude. We've heard enough of
Right.
it.
My gosh.
And I was like,
dude,
well,
yeah.
would it make sense to like, to do something that's, I don't want to say side project. That's not the right term. Cause it is me, it is my stuff. But like, I hate the word concept album because like it feels like that's too smart for something that I'm capable of doing.
Right.
Like someone that makes a concept album to me is
yeah.
like
Martians
a
or whatever.
super like genius level musician, and I'm not
Yeah.
that at all. But it's like
Boss.
a cornbread concept album.
Okay, I like
You know what
it.
I mean? Like, but it's just I was like, well, if I made a whole record of just these songs, you know, and then I got like a lot of my buddies, we're all the same age, so they're having kids, so. You know, they've got aging parents too. And so all these themes are running through all of our lives.
Yeah.
And so they would start sending me little clips because, you know, they knew I had kids or whatever. And so they'd send me a star to something and I go, God, man, I really love that. I'd love to like get together, work on that or whatever. And next thing you know, I end up with, you know, a whole record full of these songs. And I was like, we should just record these and like just do a project that's just, you know, so it's like, it's my next record, I guess, but it also doesn't feel like my next record, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like if you went and listened to all my other records, it's not logically the next step from like where you would think that it would go. It's just kind of like where my life has taken me. Like sonically, it's very, like I said, we recorded it live. So it's very like, it's very traditional country sounding. stuff because it's all just live instrumentation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fiddle. There's a lot of
sounds really
dobro. Like it's very natural sounding. And so you know,
it sounds groovy. I mean, I've only listened to maybe 6 or 7 songs
Yep.
or something.
but it's definitely got its own vibe to it.
Always Leaving. What's that one?
Oh, yeah. All I ever do is leave.
Yeah.
Oof, that's a hammer song, dude.
God dang.
God,
brother.
that song's brutal, dude.
Oh, I'll hide my own eyes in my ass, dude. I've definitely. I've got some problems, but yes.
There's some good ones on there, man. There's
Sometimes I think it's easier for people to leave than stay, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think some people they know they can't change themselves,
Right.
And so they'd rather leave somebody,
Yeah,
and eliminate themselves from the situation.
dude, that's crazy, man. Yeah, that's for sure, man. It happens all the time, dude. It happens all the time. You know?
God, dude, when I was a kid, country music, they had this thing called crying, loving, or leaving. You'd call the radio station.
Okay.
And you'd tell them if you were crying, they'd be like, "Are you crying, loving, or leaving?" And you had to tell what was happening in your life.
And then they
know?
would play a song based
Yeah,
on.
Dorothy stole my car tires or whatever. Right?
Wow.
And then you'd be like, "All right, well, and you'd be like, I'm loving, and I
There
want
it is,
to
dude. Still there.
tell her this song." That was it.
107.7, crying, loving, or leaving.
And that was it. You call in there, and then they'd play some of them. You'd have to wait and see.
Dude, that's wild. That's a pretty cool title, though.
It was pretty good, man. And you sometimes, you like, "This is for Tiffany. She's passed on." And they'd be like, "God, I'm so sad." And you and Tiffany would be sitting there howling, laughing.
Laughing about it. One
Like,
of my
what the
favorites
fuck?
is the some of my favorite radio skits, the John Cena one, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where they're spamming that lady with the like WWE pay-per-view.
With the phone?
It's like a phone call.
Yeah.
And it's some telemarketer.
Play it up.
It's a long play, dude.
Hello?
I have just one question for you. Are you ready?
Am I ready for what? Who's this?
Are you ready for this Sunday night when WWE champ John Cena
Dude, the music. And this goes on. They continue to call
And
this
she
woman
stays
back.
on there.
No, she hangs up a bunch of times, and they call her back, dude. And she's like, "We're not."
No, there is not any chance in hell that we're ever going to have wrestling in this house again. But thank you, but no.
Oh, that's
Because
Have a
the
good day.
husband called and said, "Hey, my wife, we bought this pay-per-view, and our son destroyed something." And she got really pissed off.
And goodbye to anyone standing in John Cena's way. He takes on 6 men in a steel cage shoots and ladders match at WWE.
Dude, there's one they say this spit swapping makeout match, dude. It's there. It gets to the point where at the end they skip to like, dude, she gets pissed, dude. Like it probably
She has an
towards
attitude
Yeah,
problem.
she gets mad, dude. Yeah, I'd say probably this mark somewhere.
She needs to get some vitamin D, probably. It can mess with your cortisol level.
There's one where
I can't even handle this. I cannot handle this.
Hang up the phone.
No, she hangs up a bunch of times and they continue to call her back, dude. And then
This lady has CTE, I
Are you
think.
talking about the one where they fake being someone else or something?
there's a point where they get, and this lady, when she picks up, she's like, "Stop calling," and this is like, ma'am. She's like, "I have a quick question. Do you support our troops?" She's like, "Oh my God, like I'm so embarrassed." Like
she thought it was somebody
people
else?
had been calling me or whatever, and they were like, and she was like, "Yes, I support the troops," and she was like, "Because a American hero needs your help, dude. It's a former Marine," and she's like, "Really?" They go, "His name's John Cena," dude. She loses her mind, dude. It's quite the troll, dude. It's
That's
quite
the shorter version, but it's got this weird video.
Oh, the shorter version with one of those weird TikTok videos.
Yeah. Why do kids do that now?
Like it's just like a video of them playing Grand Theft Auto, but
yeah,
like
it's like a
the
video just
audio
going
from-
along with videos.
It just keeps people engaged without them having to do anything.
Dude, that's crazy. It's like psychology level stuff.
Yeah,
dude.
it is. It's like, oh, watch this. Yeah, maybe.
You're like, watch this car bounce down the road, dude. Oh, this is it. This is the one.
All right, let's see it.
Well, this at least has the audio.
Can you knock it off for 5
So at the
seconds?
start of
Not
this one is the audio of the like the fourth time they call her and when she's like, "Hey, do you support our troops or whatever?" The videos, they're mind-numbing.
Yeah.
I swear to Jesus, if this is those wrestling again.
Okay, good morning. Hi, I'm just calling this morning to ask if you're a supporter of the United States military.
Oh my God, I apologize. We've been getting calls all morning. I apologize, and yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, I am.
Great. Are you a supporter of the Marine Corps?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Great, because a former decorated member of the United States Marine Corps needs your support.
And his name is John C.
Are you kidding me right now?
Dude, whoever did that prank that's an elite level.
I guess at least no matter what, we could always just make TikToks, you know?
Yeah, because all we need is like stock video game, mod a video game, and just do stock videos of a car like falling out of the sky.
Well, I've had a vision for years that it's going to come down to everybody's going to be in like gig economy, and people are going to be like holding each other at gunpoint to be each other's Uber fares. So to be like two Uber drivers, both of them need to make money though.
Yeah,
she'll be like, "You be my fare," you know. That's what it's going to come down to, dude.
I always think of iRobot when they're just in the floating.
I never saw it.
Or no, Wall-E. Have you seen Wall-E?
Oh yeah, I love Wall-E. You can watch it in Spanish too.
The Titanic, the like space Titanic, and they're all in the chairs with like the VR headsets on, and they're all like 800 pounds.
I haven't seen it.
I was like, man, it's a terrifying potential reality for
you guys. Do you guys use a lot of VR over at the house?
Dude, no. Dude, what? Do I use a lot of VR, dude? What would I be using it for?
I don't know.
What do you think would be happening, dude?
Buck hunting.
Here's the wall. This is the Wall-E visual.
Muffin making. I have no idea what it would be for.
Dude, integrated reality muffin making, dude, is what it is.
Yeah, you can just point at the muffins and they go into the oven.
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Dude, that would be so nuts if we had a VR, like if your whole life was VR.
Like Neuralink, dude.
Yeah, they just got the guy. You see the kid?
Yeah, I saw the guy with the Neuralink thing.
You can play chess or whatever. But it seems like you can just play shitty games that they had on your cell phone like 15 years ago. That's the thing about Neuralink that seems so trash too.
It's just like just Minesweeper.
Yeah, it's
just getting there. It's just getting, you know.
Yeah, it's just missing a lot of stuff. A guy paralyzed from
he's playing Mario Kart.
He's playing Mario Kart using a Neuralink brain implant. Yeah,
That's pretty gas though.
It is. Yeah, I mean, he can just look at it and tell it what to do.
It's better than like not playing Mario Kart.
That's true.
Because that's like the other option, I think, right? It's like to not be playing Mario Kart.
Yeah, I think
so that could be cool.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, if you couldn't do anything, playing chess would be cooler than like not doing anything, I think, is the alternate version.
Yeah, but it seems like they just have a limited amount of games and stuff. I don't know if I'd rather Neuralink or just get a PS5 or whatever.
Or just get a VR headset.
Yeah.
But
VR is crazy though, man. You can there's people like having their own, like guys will get a VR and then they'll have their own family inside of the VR world, even though they already have a family in their house.
I feel like people have already been doing that, but just in real life, people have been doing that for some time.
Yeah,
you know?
People have been cheating, but this guy
doing it is doing an even less admirable version of cheating in some way, dude. If you could make cheating even less admirable, it would be that version of it.
Yeah, this dude's not even brave enough to go out there and fucking cheat and use a little gas money.
He's just
like cheating.
He's just like, shut up, honey. I'm with the other family right now. He's in the living room. He's just dialed in, dude, to the house. Oh my gosh.
He's like,
dude.
My other family's naked. And people are like, what are you talking about, dude?
Somebody brought one out on the road recently, and that's maybe been last year or something, but it was like this. We had a bunch of our crew guys popped it on or whatever, and it was like you would get, so essentially you'd stand in this, just any room or whatever, I guess how VR works. Anywhere's anywhere, right?
Oh, you could stand anywhere, yeah.
So you have to you have the thing, and you hit this button on like an elevator. And you get in the elevator, and then when the door opens, you're like at the top of the skyscraper.
Oh,
like when you open it, it's just the skyscraper, and there's a wooden plank that comes out.
And is it windy or what?
Well, I don't think so. There's no way of knowing. Yeah,
Okay,
unless
you
we had a
turn the
fan
wind on?
going. Yeah, you can turn a fan on and get maybe the wind effect, you know. But like you
Okay,
so
got it.
physically in the VR, like you have to like step out onto the plank,
Right.
like, and you obviously you're just like in a room,
But it looks
but
so
like
real.
half the guys like wouldn't get out of the elevator.
Wow.
And then we had one guy, my buddy Harp, just went out to the end and he was looking down and he was just like, he just jumped.
No way.
I was like, bro, are you good?
Bro, I used to be in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I used to
Okay?
be in a wheelchair.
That's what he's saying, dude.
He straight up jumped off the end, dude.
Oh, that's crazy.
Full lunatic.
If
mode.
people, some people in VR are totally people that they can't be in real life. Like they should have said VR Amish or VR
Amish
starving.
simulator. Yeah, Amish simulator.
Yeah.
It'd be the new
Amish
like,
simulator would be so
it's
great.
Such a sick game, dude.
There you going, it.
Dude, you have to actually learn Pennsylvania Dutch to play the game. Already a thing, dude.
Amish simulator? Yeah, get in there. See if there's any, a lot of times they have fresh eggs. on the
Hour
video.
and 40 minutes, dude.
Yeah. Bro, you think you can be Amish in what, 15 minutes? You're out of your mind, Luke.
Here it is, dude.
God,
You are lying to me, dude.
No, this is fully integrated Amish. Dude, yeah, if I meet one more guy who wants to be Amish quickly, I'm going to.
You got to work for it, dog. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's awesome, man. And this is
Oh,
Amish
winter's
Simulator.
coming. Yep.
Activated winter. But the thing about being Amish, dude, imagine, bro, you get to sneak off all the time and try to like meet a chick or something. Because you can't date, I don't think, until you're 30 or what. What's the age on it?
30? No
Yeah.
way.
They have
You're
severe
kidding.
dating issues. Yeah.
You can't date until you're 30? How do they have? No, dude, that can't be right. 'Cause they have a bunch of kids. 16.
Yeah, never mind.
I was like 30, dude. Wow, that is like, how did they survive this long, dude?
I don't know, man. That's crazy, then. They're
What is
full of
this? Oh, is this me in the VR thing? Oh no,
Is it your
this is
picture?
the elevator thing. Is it this?
Oh, dude, why did- VR people always look. They always stand like
Yes.
they're completely naked. I feel like.
It just, I do look very tensed.
Yeah, you look like
You
you're
know?
gonna get. I feel like they always think you're about to get busted for a crime or something too.
Oh my God, that just scrolled 8 million. Like, I just turned it and it just scrolled like 8 billion pictures of your phone, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of alarming stuff on people's phones. This says dating among the Amish typically begins around age 16, with most Amish couples marrying between the ages of 20 and 22. To find a prospective date, the young adults socialize at functions such as frolics.
Dude,
I'm in.
that's going with smorgasbord, dude.
I'm
Frolics.
in. Church or home visits, bro. That would be me, dude.
Visits,
Door to
dude.
door. Where's the chicks?
One of the
bro?
most popular activities is the Sunday night singing, dude.
That would be you.
I'd be killing it at Sunday night
They
singing.
would, dude.
Oh my gosh, Sunday night singing?
They would get out the churn and get you out there.
Dude. Milkmaids.
The final churn. That would be your band name.
The final churn, dude. Heaven's churn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heaven's
this is a
churn.
wonderful
What does it say right here?
Amish 365.
Sunday evening singing with the Amish. The buggies were lined up for an Amish singing in Bell Center, Ohio. We happened to be camping and we're out enjoying an evening drive. All of a sudden, we started seeing buggies coming from all directions, and we saw them all pulling into a lane there.
They sure looked handsome.
A lot of men in their Sunday best. They sure looked handsome.
What an interesting blog here, dude.
They are a state of Amish youth culture, Sunday evening singings. This is often where teenagers meet their future mates, make friends, and just have some good, clean fun. Food is served, pizza.
Future mates is like gross.
Yeah.
Sounds very like primal, you know?
Yeah, future
When you
mates.
say like spouse or like,
But I remember, dude, when I was growing up, we grew up in a pretty small town, so it was like you knew you were probably going to have to marry somebody in town.
somebody in the
And they would even tell us that in school. I remember when we were in like second grade.
you're probably gonna marry somebody. In
Yeah, they'd be like, look around the classroom. There's one other classroom that has kids in it. You can look at some of them, but you guys
This
are.
is kind of the talent
This is
pool,
it, guys.
you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of everything we got going.
And you'd be
here.
like, this is bad. this is
This
definitely.
is tough, dude.
This is
I gotta get out of here, dude. you
This
know?
is pretty limited.
Uh,
Do you manage your tours differently as time goes on, where you're like, okay, I want to do just certain cities and just, Or do you choose that, or how do you guys put that together?
Yeah, I think, we've always had a long strategy on how do we maximize this or that. We have certain goals. Playing overseas was always a big goal for us. Like playing overseas consistently to the point where we feel like we had really fostered a fan base that could almost be self-sustaining in the sense of, you could go tour. One year you could just go tour in Europe and then never play any shows in the States. So as to not burn every market, right?
Right.
Like, if you go see me, if I play every summer in, Tallahassee, well, it's like if that happens 5 or 6 years in a row, like eventually everybody in that market's going to be like, well, I've seen that, dude.
Yeah.
So the idea is if I play, I don't know why I picked Tallahassee. It's such a random city.
Yeah,
I don't even know if we've ever even played there before. But
I haven't been there, I don't think.
If you picked that city and we played there, let's say I played there in 2018, right? And then let's say, obviously that's a weird year because COVID happens or whatever. But
it's okay. It's still a year.
Yeah, let's say I play there in 2021. And then the next time I'm going to play there is not till 2024. So in those 3 years, so much will have happened in my career. I could have maybe 2 new albums, a bunch more hit songs, and those people in that market, they'll have only had the opportunity to see me the time before.
Right.
So they'll go, well, now I want to hear this song and this song and this song. And like he never comes down here, so I want to go. Like,
yeah.
I just want to be able to tour at a high level for a long time. And I think to do that, you have to have a really long play strategy. It can't be about, well, how can I make the most money this show this weekend and charge my fans the most for tickets and do the most and sell VIP things? Like, I've never sold a meet and greet in my life.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big point of revenue for a lot of artists and nothing against anybody that does that, by the way. I just always felt weird about it. The first meet and greets I ever did were $50, and we donated all the money to a camp in Georgia for children that have cancer.
Oh, yeah?
But ever since then, we've never even charged for a meet and greet. All you have to do is join the fan club and have tickets to the show, and you're entered into a lottery to win.
Oh, damn. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah. Like, so you join the fan club, and then you just put in for whatever show you're going to, and it's completely free.
Oh, that's cool.
I come in the room, like, do a Q&A thing, take pictures with everybody. Like, and I just feel like there's so much to already, like, pay for.
Yeah.
Like, there's T-shirts, there's beer, there's food, there's parking, there's hotels, there's babysitters, there's tickets, there's everything, dude. You're charged at every turn.
Yeah.
And the whole experience. And like, I just want to meet people who came to the show, man. Like, whether it's their first show or their 15th show or whatever it is, man, like, it's just a way for me to, like, I just want to say thank you to just regular folks who come to my show, man. Like, because they are the only reason that we have shows.
Yeah.
Man. Like,
oh, it's crazy to think that you can't figure out a way to thank them all the time. It feels like you can never thank them enough.
Dude. And like, it really is, like, I think about it all the time. It's like, sometimes I feel like the fan is the last person thought about in the music business.
Wow.
Like, and that to me is really sad.
Well, they just started they're finally bringing sanctions against Live Nation, I think. Can you look that up?
I saw something about this recently,
They're finally bringing sanctions against them, like, or Ticketmaster, one of them.
Yeah, I saw something about this on the news like 2-3 days ago, but I don't know enough about it. But you're definitely right. I definitely just saw something about that.
Yeah, the Justice Department is suing Ticketmaster and Live Nation. What does that mean for concert goers?
Is it for like the fees or something? I think.
The Justice Department on Thursday accused Live Nation of engaging in a slew of practices that have allowed it to maintain a stronghold over the live music scene. They accused it of using long-term contracts to keep venues from choosing rival ticketers, blocking venues from using multiple ticket sellers, and threatening venues that they could lose money and fans if they didn't choose Ticketmaster.
Huh.
Which, and then they can jack up the prices of tickets in.
So they own 70% of ticketing. Well, that's wild.
That's unbelievable.
That's a lot, dude.
How do you ever let that happen? It just seems like they wouldn't let that happen. Did you ever go see Widespread Panic?
Never did, man. My best friend Harp, the guy that jumped off the end, that's his like favorite band ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he loves them, dude. But I've never seen them.
I like them.
Dude, they jam though. They jam for sure.
Did you follow a jam band ever?
No, I never followed a jam band around.
Damn, dude, really?
Never followed around the country.
God
dude.
damn, you
I know.
fucking
I haven't
lazy.
lived, man. I haven't lived. Dude.
Yeah, it
You
just
know?
seemed like you were being so
I haven't
lazy back then. Yeah.
I was, man.
Didn't you want to make grilled
Just
cheeses
bumming,
and
dude.
own a German Shepherd?
I wanted to sell seashell earrings out of my van, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, one time this dude was selling grilled cheeses and the dog looked like it wanted out of there.
it was like, it lives in a. It probably doesn't never gets any grilled cheese, by the way.
Oh, it was, yeah. The dog, I think, was running on a little treadmill, even just powering the grilled cheese maker. Like, sometimes those van guys in those outside of concerts are pretty wild.
They got it figured out.
Is there like a big tailgate? Do some artists have like a big tailgate thing that's part of their culture?
Yeah, for sure. You know, we do. Gosh, we do a big tailgate on like this weekend we have, or this year we have Friday and Saturday shows so all the same cities. So on Saturday we have, you've heard of Whiskey Jam, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
So Ward and the Whiskey Jam folks come out and they bring up and coming artists out. We have a stage outside the stadium, and all that's free.
Oh wow.
So I mean, you don't even have to have a ticket to the show to come to that if you don't want to. So on Saturdays, man, like we really we've worked hard to like foster the culture of our shows and how we want that experience to be for our fans. Like, I mean, the whole weekend, like they get discounts at certain hotels if they're in my fan club. And like, we work with all these different people to make them have,
that.
Yeah. Like to make them have the best experience that we can have, you know? And so, yeah, the tailgating thing, dude, I mean, obviously the Chesney tailgate culture is unbelievable.
Yeah.
As was like the Buffett stuff, you know? We went out, you know, but I think country has such a great, it's just in general kind of tailgating vibe because I think a lot of those fans, like I think of like the college football fan base to me, like there's so much correlation in the country music fan base to that. And that culture is so similar. It's just fun, right? Like that's what it should be.
I think people want to have fun. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure,
it's like,
man.
The other night we were in Miami. I was with Caleb actually.
Yep.
Who your buddy's with.
Love him. Yep.
And we were going to some club, but then we had more fun in the car on the way there, just listening to country music.
Yeah.
And then we got to the club and we're like, this sucks.
Yeah, you're like, dude, I can't imagine.
So that's just trash, dude.
I love Caleb, dude. He's
something else. He said he used to manage you too, did he?
I wouldn't say that, probably.
No?
No, definitely not.
He seems like someone who would be lying about that.
Probably. He could be known, yeah.
Yeah, he's a special guy, man. He's a one of a kind.
Dude, we were buddies back in the day, man. Like I think I was a senior and he was a freshman, I think. But he was like,
and what was he like, the Rapunzel of the team? Wasn't he?
Well,
like,
he was like the guy. Like if 8 quarterbacks got hurt,
right?
Like as a freshman, he would like come in.
Then he would get a notification on his phone,
and then he could show up to the game, kind of thing, right? Yeah.
He got a free ticket to the game.
But I rode the pine hard, and obviously he wasn't playing because he was a freshman or whatever. So
and because he wasn't ever gonna.
But
did you were you any good at football?
No, I was trash.
Really?
Bro. Yeah, it was terrible.
God,
I just didn't apply myself, man. I feel like I could have been good, but dude, I was too busy singing all the time, dude. I mean, I was in choir every day of high school every day of public school from 6th grade to when I graduated, I was in chorus class every day.
And did you ever integrate or try and date women that were on the flag team?
We didn't have that. No flag
way.
team. Yeah.
How do you not even have a flag team? Didn't y'all have like a local military or anything?
You mean like ROTC?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like, yeah. I thought you meant like.
Oh, yeah. We had flag team. Usually there was a lot of crossover in that.
You think?
Oh, a lot of ROTC.
So a lot of ROTC.
Men are the children of flag team women.
That can't be real, dude. That can't be a real stat. I hope that's a real stat.
Bro, you're telling me. You're honestly going to tell me, Luke, that a lot of ROTC men aren't the children of.
It's possible, I think.
Of flag team women.
Flag team relationships.
Yeah, flag team relationships.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's a possibility that there could be some correlation there.
I think there is.
There's a high probability. Yeah, high probability.
The new album, it comes out
Friday before Father's Day.
Friday before Father's Day.
Yep.
Fathers and sons?
Yeah, fathers and sons. Yep. Should be good, man. I'm excited. Hope people enjoy it,
Yeah.
for what it is,
Well, it's important, too, for people to take time, if you can, to reflect on those relationships. It's hard sometimes. Sometimes you get so busy, you don't even think about what somebody means to you.
Sure, man. It's important stuff, man. And I think, there's so many different paths that people have had growing up with their dads or their moms even, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's something in these songs that, can translate to anybody, it just happens to be fathers and sons for me because, I got 2 boys and, maybe that changes one day and there'll be mothers and
you never
daughters.
know.
I
don't
you never
count
know
anything out.
where it could lead, but
you could be a woman.
The songs mean a lot to me, and I think I hope that people can relate to them and listen to them and love them as much as I do, for sure.
Yeah, it's important to have anthems that go along with how we feel sometimes.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's about it, Luke.
Yeah,
I
thanks
thought
for
you've had
having
a
me,
nice
dude.
chat, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for coming in,
Yeah,
bro.
absolutely, man.
Before you go, do artists start thinking more about collaborations now these days? Does that seem like something that goes through phase where it seems more fun or more accepted or more?
I think there's definitely phases to it. I think there's a lot of, I've noticed that a lot of brands are doing collaborations now too. Like, I don't know, like the McDonald's and Long John Silver's the McFish.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? The McFish Silver, dude,
Oh, yeah. There's always something that's always doing
but
that.
it's like Crocs and, Jacquard Noir cologne, it's like a scratch and sniff Jacquard Noir Croc or something. You know what I mean? It's like something like that,
Yeah, smell
available
my Croc.
only at Walgreens or something. You know what I mean? It's like
sniff this Croc or whatever.
Like I have for sure a pair of KFC branded Crocs that smell like KFC chicken.
Ooh.
That's a real thing. I have that in my home.
God, you don't get a lot of shots to have those.
But I have the rare, dude. Hit StockX, dude.
Yeah,
Get you a
that
pair,
is,
dude.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a limited release, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
how funny. All my Crocs are just collabs that smell like sweat. If you had mine, there it is, dude. Kentucky Fried sold out, dog.
God damn, they're sold out.
And they got a chicken gibbet on top, dude.
Oh wow,
It's
is
like
that
a
extra?
drumstick. It's like comes with it, dude.
I hope it doesn't cost extra. Yeah.
Put these on your bucket list.
God, that's beautiful. And you open them, you can tie them tighter by
So
spinning
those
that
little-
nugget.
the little nuggets. They smell like chicken.
God damn. Bro, I'll pay more for ones that don't smell like chicken.
Don't smell like chicken.
What about
fried gibbets, dude? There they are.
Fried gibbets right there. Damn, brother. I might have to get me a set of gibbets and
Smell like fried chicken, dude. It says it on there.
It does really?
Yep.
Oh God, they're not going to be offering that for long. I will say this though. Did you see the Squallet? It's like a wallet, a squirrel wallet.
Shut up.
Go to Squallet website.
Squallet.
They're sold out for
years to come.
No, just till September of 24. Yeah, get that Squallet. Get on there. Look at this bitch, homie. And this is supporting our
unbelievable. Dude.
Now hold on, this does support our veterans. I do want you to know.
I love that. I love that. Does that mean I can't laugh at it though? That doesn't mean
you can laugh for sure. We
it's
can laugh.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, I hope we help them to sell some right here. The Squallet. These squirrel wallets are made with real squirrel pelts.
I love this so much.
The fur is super soft and pliable.
Why is this something I need? I need one of these, dude.
I'll get you a dang Squallet.
Get me a Squallet, dude. Get me a Squallet.
Well, where are you going to keep all your love for your lady at? You don't have a damn
Squallet.
Squallet. And look, can you look at some of the other products, please? So we're not just
on this website.
ogling the Squallet. Yeah, just go to shop, maybe see what they got. You got a skunk koozie right there.
The scoozy.
They got a scoozy, a rackoozie as well.
Rackoozie, dude. Golf club head cover. Now we're talking, dude. Let's see it.
Zoom, yeah.
Let's get this going.
Oh, and that's fresh.
Oh, that's a possum, dude.
Zoom in on it, not the backside of it. This guy's a damn pervert. Zoom in on the front, you creep. Yeah, it's a golf head cover. Oh wow, it's fresh possum. It's only 54.
Be the head of the lynx.
Yeah, dude. Gosh.
Oh man, the eyes are scary looking.
Play dead. Play dad, it says as well. That's a Father's Day gift right there.
Play dad, dude. Oh,
Play dead. And they got to have one other good item on here. We had a guy that sold a German Shepherd fur
product.
coat by us.
Coyote.
That coyote, and that's coyote, maybe?
Yep, coyote was a coyote koozie.
That squoozy. Let me see that squoozy, bruh.
The scoonsy.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
Skunk. What's with the eyes, though, dude? The eyes are freaking me out, dude.
Yeah, you might be able to buy little shades for them.
Yeah.
But these are These are almost $65.
They come in a variety of sizes, such as tall boy, slim, and standard.
Yeah, they could.
I love the Happy St. Patrick's Day. The themed out.
What are we doing, dude? Why is there a Happy St. Patrick's Day? Fucking skunk. God, that just shows what they think of the Irish right there. That's the worst part.
Are the tall boy ones more expensive than the other ones?
No, actually, the Scoonsy is that one's almost $65. The Squallet was only $54.
$54.99.
So
Squallet.
But yeah, we had a dude selling a German Shepherd fur coat by us when I was young. I remember.
It seemed this whole deal.
He only had one. He might have had two.
Seems like there's probably a lot of regulations to this business here. Oh, yeah. Like to be selling like just kind of random animal pelts to people. You know what I mean? Like are were these farm raised or we wild caught here?
This is farm to table, buddy.
Yeah, this is street to table, dude. You know what I mean?
Hey, go to my TikToks real quick. I want to see one that I looked at. You see this?
It's been my dream for like 9 years. I had a big van.
A couple of white kids made a
bought it for $100. Took it to Minnesota on that. Didn't make a sound. I just scrapped it instead. So
limousine sauna.
Limousine, so I had two. Figured turn one into a sauna and have the
sauna.
Use all my scraps from some sauna jobs I did, and the chimney came up the top of the stove inside, but I didn't want to have an internal.
Bro, this
so cut it off.
It is on fire.
Believable.
On the outside and do an outside mount.
Why do they have burners, ginger ales on top, dude?
And how are these men just meeting each other?
And then they're
snow?
just getting in the snow.
See, this is why I don't meet men online.
That's America, dude, right there, man. That is. Okay, what state are we going with here, dude? What's our state, guys?
Oh, well, you have to have snow. I'm going to say
sauna. I feel like, there's a license plate. What was that license plate?
I'm going to say Canada, probably. Southern Canada, Northern America.
Saunazine, dude. Trademark. I love how you put the trademark on there.
Yeah,
like
dude.
Someone's going to be like, man, I got to get that Saunazine. I got to steal that idea, dude.
I think that said New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Saunazine, dude.
But the wood looks extreme. The fumes from that wood could easily kill all 4 or 5 of those men. For you guys that can't see at home, there's a lot of men getting into a sauna has been created inside of a limousine. And
that's definitely just smoke in there, dude. I feel
it is full of hot smoke. Like,
and why is there ginger ales on top, dude? That's the real question.
Bro, that's just that's a beverage bar, dude. You
is
gotta
that just,
chill.
You have to have a ginger ale.
That's open. It's open bar.
Open bar on the Saunazine.
That's open bar, Luke. Luke Combs, congrats on the new album, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, making sure to check it out. Congrats on being a father and a son.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, buddy.
And thanks for hanging out with us today.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I can feel it in my bones, but it's gonna take